What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Save me from myself. My arms and legs are bound like an aching corpse from another world. I'll scream the truth 6 feet underground. Feel alive inside yourself. Watch your enemies dispel. If I could find a way to avoid this fate.
Yeah, welcome back to the MotoXpod. Man, that band, I love that band, Main Event, Daniel Blair's band. It's one of my favorite songs. Good stuff. We are back. This is episode 395, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. As always, I think we have a really fun guest lineup tonight. It's going to be, this sounds so weird to say, but Team PRMX's Kyle Chisholm. Weird. And then we have World Supercross SX2 championship winning mechanic from Yamaha Star Racing, Austin Kent. He's the wrench behind Max Anstey. And our good buddy from MX6 Racing, Henry Miller. He hasn't been on in quite a while. He's been having for a guy of his privateer level, I think he's been having a pretty good season. So really stoked to talk to Henry. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. Before we get rolling too far into this opening Yamaha Motor USA opening chat, let me introduce who's in studio. Who do you guys think's here? My buddy, my co-host, the backbone of the show. Man, he's always just reliable. He's such a nice guy. I hope you're listening, Chris Kiefer. Scott Thompson.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Scott?
I just feel
glad you're here, man. My good buddy.
Yeah, I just feel blessed that I mean that much to you.
No, I'm the one that's blessed. Okay. I'm the one that's blessed. Man.
I didn't.
Also in studio, oh, jeez. He shows up every once in a while. He comes in here and tells me we probably shouldn't do shows for the next couple weeks. Why bother? The listeners suck. TJ Smith. I might have added some of that.
You might have
paraphrased a little bit.
But I will say I didn't bring my rubber boots because this crap is deep in here. If you're saying all, because I mean we were talking before the show, and I guess you got all that out
before he got here.
Before he got here, I got you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, he 100% believes that.
Dude, he's so happy right now. He's not whining.
Well,
I don't
just
feel like
wait.
Just give it time.
Just give it time.
I didn't get but you do the same thing.
Just give it time. It's coming.
All right, we're back, guys. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun show. Don't forget, we are presented, as I said, by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. Those are our presenting sponsors. Lots of good stuff from those guys. Let's listen. We got a hell of a series going on in AMA Supercross with 2 races left. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But then I want to talk about some local stuff. I want to talk about I guess we can wait to talk about outdoors, but we will talk about Denver, what's coming up in Denver. But, Scotty, with the Mutter in Philly, the results, Kenny wins again. Anything surprise you? Anything stand out from that night other than track conditions and just like those type of things?
I would say that the one thing that did kind of stick out is based off of how the heat race went, which the fact that Cooper, Kenny, and Hunter were all in the same heat race, and then that was the top 3 in the main. I thought that was kind of interesting. But the way Kenny gapped them in the heat race, when in the main event, when he made the leaps to get into past both of those guys very early in the main, and he got a little bit of a gap, I was like, oh, okay, this is the race. Kenny's going to get like 15, 20 seconds ahead and just gap it. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting Hunter to charge like he did and close that gap. So that stood out a little bit. Unfortunately, it ended in his demise when he went down. But seeing Hunter go for it, knowing that he had to beat Kenny, I thought that was, a good thing to see for him.
Yeah, okay. TJ, anything stand out for you? Because Scotty's answer was wrong.
Yeah, for me, mine had to have been like after the show, how the shots that were fired, like during the media.
Coop,
with Coop.
Yeah, well, what he said in the press.
Yeah, that was
talking about that. Like, I was really surprised, to be honest with you, because those guys don't normally do that.
Yeah.
So that just had to be pure frustration. You know what I'm talking about?
A little bit.
But it was like shots fired.
Were you talking about them talking about lappers or Cooper? Like
Cooper talking about basically like, well, I had to deal with lappers too, and like before even seeing the video, because obviously people watching it, I mean, I genuinely believe that Roczen was held up more, so it was just I was surprised, and also maybe I didn't know this. I didn't know that Prado was bad in the mud. And he did so bad,
some
bad.
Just some
Lewis,
GP guy that he's good in the mud. Yeah,
Lewis mentioned that a couple years ago. I think I don't remember what. Maybe I don't remember what round it was where mud was coming, and Lewis was like, no, like historically, Jorge's not that great. Like he's not terrible in the mud, but he's not as good as maybe the U.S. fans think he's going to be because he comes from the GP. Yeah, no, those were actually both pretty good things that stood out for me. Justin Barcia being back, that heat race with Savacci, that was almost the most exciting moment of the night to some degree. I was like, oh,
did anybody talk to Savacci about it? Because
I think Joey called into Pulp Monday night.
Oh, okay.
He's been calling in every week, so he talked about it. And then
was he as cool about it as Barcia was?
He was like kind of like. Yeah,
he did a post race with either Lewis or Steve. I don't remember which one, and he was kind of like, I don't think he was really. He's used to it, but I don't think he was really like, oh, yeah, I expected that either.
Because Barcia was like, yeah, man, we did that. We totally
yeah. It was good racing, yeah.
I didn't get the vibe Saturday night from whoever's post race that was. I don't remember which one. Yeah. That he was mad, but I also didn't get the vibe that he was on board as much as Justin was.
I think Barcia
it's good racing,
man. Like after watching that, and how much joy it brought me watching that. I think Barcia may be up there close to where Baggett is as far as like my favorite riders. Like I love it. I love it.
When in the race results on our website, I put a little caption kind of describing each race, and I thought it was pretty clever because I put Savacci survives a couple of BAMs from a returning Barcia to secure the heat race. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, don't forget on MotoXpod.com every Saturday, if you aren't able to be watching the races and you want to keep up with the results, we do our best to post the results within moments of heat races qualifying, et cetera, being done. We try to put those results right up on MotoXpod.com. So if that's something you want to keep up with.
And maybe you can get some of Scotty's quips in there too.
Well, I try to do a recap of the races. And another thing that's different for ours is you don't have to go to each individual page. You can just keep the one page open, and as the heat race ends, it'll be up. You don't have to click on a different result. You can just have one page open.
Before we continue, I do want to remind everybody with our friendly partnership with Start Your Systems and Kellen Brower, don't miss the MX Simulator Pro Supercross Live tonight on Start Your Systems YouTube, starting at 6:30 Pacific. Watch top players in the game go head-to-head as Braden Carter, Seth Carr, and more take on the defending champion Colby Eaglin. Live racing, real battles, and intense championship competition. Tune in to Start Your Systems on YouTube to watch. So if you're watching this and then afterwards you want a little more moto, there's some excitement going on with those. What do they call it? Like it's not e-racing. What do they call it? Like sim racing.
Sim racing. Yeah,
pretty cool stuff.
Ever since we've been doing that, I'll watch the race on my way home after the show, and it's like it's good. Like it's very good.
Very exciting.
It's a lot like watching a Supercross race, but what's kind of cool about it is like the unpredictability of it. Like someone's going down, someone's gonna hit something crazy is gonna happen, someone's gonna flip, and like
Kiefer last week thought it was a cartoon. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, well, that's Kiefer.
But speaking of Chris Kiefer, when he called in to give me his worldly advice and what I need to be doing, he mentioned a Guts Racing seat cover. And if you're watching on YouTube, I got
hold
one.
it up in front of you so
Which
you can
camera?
see. On you. Yeah.
So you can see the wing if you're watching. I have not used it yet. I literally just put
turn
the
it to the
cover
sideways
on
because
today.
So that right there, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh.
Because like I've heard about this wing seat forever, and I like it's interesting to actually see it. It's
it just gives a little more something to grip there. He said that he thinks I ride with my like chicken wing legs, like my wings.
Wouldn't that make you do that more?
No, well,
I think if my legs are out, you have a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just put this on today. I think it looks pretty straight, looks good. So we'll be trying that out. I also we'll try to touch on the new layout at Swan a little bit. Most of our listeners aren't from this area, so they probably won't care. But I did go to those settings that he gave me, Scotty. I actually called him while I was making the setting changes on Thursday night, and I was talking to him about like what he uses to measure 5 mil to 10 mil, if he uses calipers, what he's measuring off of, just kind of like it. I knew what I was doing, I thought, but I want to get his thoughts. And he says, you know what, just go flush with your forks.
Wow.
So I went flush below the cap, right below the cap.
Yeah, that's a lot of rake.
So I was at 5 mil.
From the bottom of the cap.
So the first line, from the bottom of the cap to the first line is 5 mil. He told me to go to 2.5. But then that day, he's like, well, just go flush.
Yeah, because Swan's fast.
So I did that, and I did go to the 103 sag, which I like the rear end a little higher on the bike. I went out there, I did 2 motos, and I didn't feel like I had enough weight on the front wheel. So I went to 2.5, and it was better. I still think I like it at 5, but I'm going to leave it for now. But I listened to him, but then I did text him and said, no, you were wrong. It didn't help.
Ken, just a dumb question. You did like double check your tire pressures between each adjustment, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was running about 13.
But a lot of people don't do that. They're making the suspension changes.
This is the funny thing.
Does it change with the suspension change?
I almost forgot this part. So I'm telling him all these things. I'm like, yeah, I just felt like there wasn't enough weight on the run. He's like, he's kind of going through this and go, oh, wait a minute. You're on the MX34. Yeah. Oh, that's your problem. Your tire sucks. He said, you need this tire, the tire he mentioned. He's like, I forgot you were on that tire. That's your problem. That's why there's no weight. I was like, that's why I had the rear end high, to get more weight on that front. He goes, oh, yeah, you're fucked. Thanks, Chris.
What tires do you want you to run?
I got to know. Like some other
Is it a different
Dunlop.
brand?
You know what? It's a Dunlop, but it's, I'll tell
I
you.
thought MX34s are supposed to be like good.
Yeah, that's a soft terrain tire.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling the text up.
Yeah, that's fine.
I never know
the
what's up anymore.
MX3S.
Oh, that's the generation before the 34.
Yeah, I guess so.
There was
that's the tire he likes.
That's the older one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I got you.
So, yeah, he's like, yeah, just order one. Here's the link to his Rocky Mountain, so he gets the credit. I'm like, yeah, all right, Chris, I'll do that next week, or I'll work on doing that next week. Don't work on it, do it. Like, Chris, I just bought a bunch of gym equipment and some other stuff. Like,
I may have some 3S's at the house.
Really?
I'll look.
So either way, the track was good. The bike was good. That dual injector, that second injector, whew. So much.
I saw somebody came out with one for the KTM now too.
XPR has one.
XPR does?
Yeah, because Chris, on Chris's website, Kiefer Rink Testing, they do a review, an install video.
Maybe that's where I saw
he's done a video of it with him and from Chad from XPR sent one over, yeah. All right, I'm going to work on getting Chiz on real quick, and we'll get the show going. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, or while I do, you know what? Can you do the Yamaha read for me? Just off the top there while I get Chiz on?
Yamaha Motorsports, a USA. We don't build motorcycles, we engineer legends. From championship podiums to off-road trails, the YZ platform has defined dirt bike excellence for generations. Whether it's the dominance of a YZ 450, YZ 250F, or the beloved YZ 252-stroke, every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride harder, and demand the best. Unleash victory. Ride Yamaha.
Good job.
They even have proven performance, race-ready reliability. The Yamaha YZ is born to win.
Listen, the YZ 250F platform, 250 East champion, 250 West champion. Not going to get that 450 championship this year, but the bikes are amazing. They're going to.
So you're just completely counting out Coop now.
Like I think so, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Counting them out completely. Do you think it was the Lapper's fault?
No, I don't. We can talk to Austin Kent about that. Austin's really good friends with Coop. We'll see what he thinks about it. Just so you know, you don't want no behind the scenes stuff, so never mind.
Someone wanted to know who was Jim and why are you buying his equipment?
That's so dumb.
I like that joke.
We did have at the beginning of the show that a Moto Man said that this is the most reliable Moto podcast. So
hey, I'll take it.
I'll take
it. All right, Chiz says he's ready.
We'll
get him on. For over 40 years, Racetech has been supplying the motorcycle industry with high quality suspension components made right here in the USA. From modern to vintage, Racetech is your go-to source for suspension performance, and Racetech Gold Valves provide a plush feel with drastically improved bottoming resistance and increased traction. All Racetech products are 100% guaranteed and made in the USA. So visit racetech.com, find your local service center. Tonight, Racetech brings us, again, this feels so weird to say, from the Partzilla Blaster Power PRMX Racing team, Kyle Chisholm. What's up, Chiz?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Not much, man. We're just, doing another show and trying to figure out what the hell you're doing with your life, man.
Aren't we all?
You're back.
Me too. Kind of. We can call it that.
Okay, so
I wouldn't say I'm back, but I'm there. I'm riding a little bit.
What was the genesis of you coming back to race for PRMX? We know, most of our listeners know, you've been helping test with Factory Kawasaki, trying to help Chase and the team get things, and Marchbanks, get things straightened out, or I don't know if straightened out's the word I want to use. Get things in a little better place. But how did the PRMX thing come into play?
So Julian, the owner of the team, he's been kind of, I didn't do outdoors last summer. Obviously I did Supercross, was done with that, did the playoffs and World Supercross, but I didn't really do anything over the summertime, last year. And he's been kind of hitting me up and asking me to come, help the team with, whether it be helping the riders, like coaching and testing. And that's even transformed into like kind of managing and just helping with the team overall, right? Like he wants to up the level of the team and take it to the next level and grow the team and just get better in all areas, get the best guys that he can get, from all, mechanics, engine guys, suspension guys, riders, everything. So he's been trying to take a step forward with the team, and he's been asking me since, like I said, last summer, if I'd want to come, be a part of the team and help them. I didn't really do anything over the summertime. I just wanted to enjoy my time off. Then, like I said, I did the playoffs. I did the World Supercross stuff. And then, obviously that took me through December. And then Supercross came, January, and I'm just, a fan watching the races. I didn't ride at all from about the middle of December, probably until like almost the middle or beginning of February. And I was just watching the races. I'm friends with Chase, so I was talking to him a little bit here and there. He was in California, and obviously just struggling a little bit with setup and bike and all that stuff. So I was on the phone with him, during the week, a few times, there towards the end of the West Coast rounds, and just trying to talk to him over the phone and help a little bit. And he came back to Florida, gosh, like before Dallas, maybe one of those rounds, maybe five rounds in or so. And before he had come back, Julian had asked me, still asking me if I wanted to come help them at all. Well, I was kind of bored at home. Like I said, watching the races, like, shoot, like I'll go out there and just ride a little bit. Like he got a bike for me. Like I'll go ride a little bit. And I go out there and ride the one day. And then, Chase had just got back that week. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll ride a little bit. I'll ride with Chase, see if I can help him at all, just as a friend, just try to give some advice or, however I can help. Cause like I said, we've been friends a long time. And when the night before, he's like, hey, would you want to ride the bike tomorrow? And I'm like, well, yeah, I can. He's like, well, Cowie approved it. I'd like you to ride it and see what you think. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to that track the next day. And again, this is like just before Dallas Supercross, if I remember right. And I'm riding the PRMX bike a little bit and just really in stock form. It wasn't even their full, bike, like race bike or anything. And then Chase was like, here, ride this thing. And so I'm trying to help him. And honestly, that I helped him that day or two, whatever it was that week. He went to Dallas, came back, and then the team was down there. The whole team was down there the next week. I think it was before Daytona, and they had asked me to continue helping, testing. So the PRMX stuff kind of went on hold because I was obviously busy doing the factory stuff. And then unfortunately, Chase crashed. On Wednesday that week. I rode a ton Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Chase had a pretty big crash towards the end of the day Wednesday, which put him out, for Daytona in the next few rounds. But Cowie was pumped with what I was doing, and they kind of offered me a deal to, continue testing with them. So from there, that week before Daytona or even really the week before Dallas, I've been, not every day, not every week, but I've been to California back and forth twice now. They've been to Florida 2 or 3 times, and just, helping the team test. I've been doing some outdoor testing with them the last couple of weeks. 2 weeks I was in California doing outdoor testing, then in Florida doing outdoor testing last week. And in between then, when I had some free time, like Julian had originally asked me from PRMX, I would kind of hop on their bike and ride it, help a little bit with what I can, help the other riders with their setup, and just stuff like that. And for those that don't know, Active Ride, which was our suspension guy at HEP for the first 2 years, he's been my suspension guy for like the last 10 or 11 years. He does the PRMX team as well and the quad lock team. So he's working with them. So that was kind of nice for me to work with Matt again. On suspension stuff. So yeah, mainly focus on the factory stuff. And in between, when I had some time, I'd be helping Julian and the PRMX team. And like I've said, back to the racing thing. So that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple of months. But as far as the racing goes, I didn't really have any real plan. But like I said last year, and I've said, I I never said I'm never going to race again.
Right.
It depends on what I'm going to do, right? If I'm in like a management position and I'm not riding hardly at all, it's super hard to just show up and go race with the best riders in the world, right? So if I'm doing something like that, I probably won't race professionally anymore. But if I was doing a testing role where I'm riding a lot, I never ruled out, if the opportunity is there, to go do a few races. I don't want to do all 30 something races and race all season long, but I would like to do a race here and there. So since I've been riding so much, again, not motos, not like training motos, and I haven't been training off the bike like I normally would, but I have been riding a lot. And Julian just kind of offered to me, hey, if you want to do any races, and this goes back to like Daytona, around that time, he's like, hey, if you want to do any races, I can get you a bike. We'll get a bike ready for you, and you can come do whatever races you want to do. We'll work a little deal out, and you can come race. So we got towards the end here, and there's only like 3 races left, last week, and I'm like, shoot, if I want to do any races, there's only like 3 races left.
Better do it now.
And he was actually taking his motorhome to Philly to bring it back up to Canada. So he's like, hey, if you want to do it, I'll throw a bike under the motorhome. And even if you don't want to race Philly, like, we'll just put it on the semi so it's there for Denver, Salt Lake, if you want to do any races. I looked at the forecast. I'm like, it's going to be muddy. I'm like, shoot, I'm not really prepared, but let's go play in the mud and have some fun. So literally Wednesday night last week, we decided like, okay, the bike was headed up there Wednesday afternoon. And I'm like, okay, I'll race this weekend. It's official to just feel the bike in race conditions and all that. And we only got half the day because obviously it was muddy, but I think it's cool just to get out there and, be back on a racetrack. It is a lot different than just the practice track. So it's good to feel it, on more race conditions and stuff like that. So yeah, honestly, everything just kind of came about.
Mm-hmm.
Julian offered me that, that platform if I wanted to go race at all. And I was like, shoot, why not? I've been riding a lot. Let's go do a couple races. And, but yeah, the main focus has been with the factory team and Chase. And like I said, helping the PRMX guys in between, and yeah, just kind of winging it for now, just kind of going with it. And, Callie has expressed interest in, keeping me, full-time, long-term, whatever, to keep doing stuff. And
Sweet.
I've had a lot of fun, enjoyed working with those guys. I know most of them for a long time now. So really cool working with them and trying to help somebody like Chase, of his level and, caliber. So yeah, just been enjoying it.
So I want to get into the testing for Chase thing in a minute, but I will say Julian actually told me earlier this year at one of the rounds that, he was wanting to add some things and try to, make the next step. So bringing you on board makes sense. But I will also say that I did kind of think in the back of my mind, Chiz is probably on the factory bike testing, but he can't be under the factory tent. So PRMX, has a deal or something. I did kind of think that. So you clearing that up, or is that helps me out.
Yeah. Nobody asked me to race. Like nobody was like, hey, we need you to race or test this or test that. It was just, I'm doing the testing for Cowie. They were cool with me, whatever I wanted to do outside of, doing the stuff with them. Julian offered it to me if I wanted to do it. And I'm like, shoot, let's go race. Let's have some fun. I scratched my itch a little bit.
I like
have some competition and, just honestly just have some fun.
Yeah. So we decided to go for it. And then we're sitting down there on the line for the main event, and you're just looking at one big mud puddle. And it's like, was the thought ever like, what are we doing here? Or is it just like, screw it, let's just send it and see what happens?
I mean, honestly, a few times throughout the day, like during the daytime more, I would say, which we only get 2 practices now. So it's, and they're both timed or whatever. I would say in the first practice and then like on the line for the second practice, I was, people are like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here, honestly. Part of me is like, I should just go be back at the couch and drinking a beer and watching the races. And, but then at the same time, I'm like, oh, this is fun. Like I miss this. Like I said, I would race forever if I could, whatever. But at some point, it can't go on forever. But there was a time when I'm out there, I'm like, oh, I got to hit that rhythm. I got to go 3 onto the table off. The whoops are gnarly and rocky. I got to go fast through them for, I'm like, I don't really have to do this anymore. I don't really know that I want to. Like, what am I doing out here? But then I get out there and I'm like, oh, this is like, I love it. It is a lot of fun. So, but as far as the mud goes, honestly, like riding in the mud. So that's part of why I kind of decided to do Philly, because I was like, originally it looked like it was going to rain all day long. So I'm like, oh, it's going to just be mud. We're going to be, going slow around the track and making it around. And then obviously the rain pushed back and practice was like normal conditions. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to actually try to go fast. And, cause like I said, I'm definitely not anywhere near prepared like I normally would be. I have been riding a lot, but no motos. Like, no, I've probably not done more than 5 laps at a time since December last year. And I've done barely any off the bike training, especially compared to what I normally would, the training load I normally would have done and been doing. But yeah, in the mud, it was honestly, I enjoy it. It was fun. Actually, I had a really good start, the jump off the gate in the heat race, but I spun really bad, got plastered by Justin Cooper, and literally couldn't get a fair off going into the first turn, and went way back, caught back up, got into ninth, made it straight in, no LCQ. So that was nice. That was ideal. In the heat race though, about midway through, I ended up kind of getting sideways in a rhythm that we were actually, still doubling through, and just kind of jammed my leg in the ground, and didn't like hurt my knee, didn't do any damage to it, but it's a knee that I've had 2 ACLs done on, and the ACL's fine. It was all fixed, but I don't have really any meniscus left on the outside of that knee. So it's kind of bone on bone. And when I did that, I just jammed my knee and bruised the crap out of the bone, and nothing wrong with it. Just hurts. So went out for the main. I went and got a Toradol shot, the medic thing, and tried to tough it out. But in those conditions, with everything being so heavy and dabbing your foot a million times, I took off. I'm like, look, I'm going to go out. If it hurts, I'm just not going to. It pains me to do it because I don't want to ever quit, whatever. But I'm not in the points. I'm not whatever. I'm like, I'm going to go out. If it feels good, I'll keep going. If it's hurting, there's no sense in just aggravating it for 20 minutes. When I want to race next weekend too, and it'd be worth something this week too. Riding and stuff. So, I was like, I went out, did like a lap, or almost not even a whole lap, almost a lap, and I was just like, it's hurting. We'll just pull it in, not make it any worse. But it's sore, but I'll be okay.
All right.
So you brought up earlier the shortened time as far as the qualifying. I know us as amateurs complain when you get less laps for your money, but how much did that affect you coming into your first round with this shorter qualifying time?
I mean, I thought it was going to be maybe tougher than it was. It wasn't, but I did get to do press on Friday, which you don't do the whole track, but we did probably half of it. So I did get to do a fair amount of riding during press. So, yeah, I got the feel for the track. And then it's 2 12-minute sessions now, I think, instead of like 8, 10, and 10 or whatever it is.
Right.
Or, yeah, whatever it is. So it's not a whole lot shorter, especially because I got to do press. And honestly, the extra 2 minutes, making it 12 minutes, actually makes it feel a lot longer. At one point in one of the practices, I was like, man, I keep messing up and I didn't really get a good lap in. So I'm like, I expected to look up and see like 1 minute left. Like I didn't have much time left. And I looked up and there was still like 4 or 5 minutes left. I'm like, oh, okay, I still got time. And I did a couple more laps and I'm like, okay, it's got to be almost over. And I look up again, it's like 2 minutes left. So I'm like, okay, it actually wasn't as bad as I thought. But like I said, I did get to do press. So that definitely helps a little bit for the extra track time that you're missing now.
Kyle Chisholm tonight, brought to you by Racetech. Again, check out racetech.com. Find your local service center. If you need any work done, your suspension or engine work, they can help you out. And your local tech is probably at your local track. So find who that is, get to know them. All right, let's talk about this testing with Chase thing. We all know he's been searching to find comfort. And recently he told Lewis Phillips that he kind of just had to accept, hey, the bike is how it is. I have to do the best with it I can. But with your time with the team and helping him, what is it specifically that you can tell us that he's looking for and that you're really focusing on? I know there's some motor stuff, but there's got to be chassis stuff. Like, what is he looking for that he hasn't found?
Yeah, honestly, it's hard to really pinpoint and explain exactly kind of what it is. More of a feeling. I would say like a character, like there's a bike character and a feeling on the bike. And by that, I mean, it's literally as broad as what it sounds. Like, it's not like, oh, I need the engine to feel like this or the chassis to feel like this or the suspension to feel like this. Just kind of an overall feel of the bike that he's just wasn't gelling with. And I would say that we've made a lot of improvements, especially in the motor. To me, he actually raced this past weekend with the motor for the first time that we tested a couple weeks ago, which was a kind of just a completely new spec, where the stuff I had tested before with them was, I don't want to say old stuff, but it was just all of they have a million settings, right? A million different engine packages that you could try, but it was all the packages that they kind of already had. Because obviously in the middle of the season, you don't just like snap your fingers and come up with a completely different head or cam. It takes a little time to go get that stuff made and developed. So most of the stuff that I ran through originally was stuff that they kind of already had, which again, they have a ton of options, and just making different combinations with all of it. But and that's the engine side. a lot of it didn't change like the engine character. It just kind of moved power around or whatever, I guess you could kind of say. But this new engine that they just came up with as of a couple weeks ago, I would say, it had a drastically different feel to it that I thought was much improved. Is really good in my opinion. Chase seems to have liked it as well. He raced with it this past weekend. He's ridden outdoors with it and Supercross with it. And that for me was like a pretty big box checked with the team that I was impressed with the engine that they came up with based on our feedback and what we kind of told them. They came back with that, and I thought it was very good, much improved for what we were looking for. And then as far as like suspension and chassis stuff goes, the engine plays such a big part in that on a 450 especially, and especially in Supercross, that now that we kind of have that engine package, now we've been kind of working on some suspension stuff and chassis stuff. So overall, I think we've made a lot of improvements and a lot of, I don't want to call them little improvements, but every little thing that you can change on the bike, it might not be a drastic improvement just on that one thing, but if you can make a bunch of things a little better, it adds up to a bigger change, a bigger feeling change. So I think they're on the right path. It's been better and better. And honestly, it's been learning too. Like I've only been doing this with them for, I don't know, a month and a half or something like that. And it's not like been a month and a half straight. It's like I'll be with them for a week, meaning, 2 or 3 days, because then they have to go to the races still. And then maybe I don't do anything for the next week. And then a week after that, I'm back doing stuff for 2 or 3 days. And I've been at the track with Chase in between and trying to help him a little bit in between, personally, whatever too. But it's, I would say it's hard to pinpoint on one thing. It wasn't just an engine or a suspension thing, kind of just getting the overall package of the bike and a feeling. And like I said, I think the engine's been a big help, and we've made big improvements in other areas. So yeah, we'll see. Just kind of keep improving, keep getting it better and better, and kind of see where it takes us.
Well, I'm going to ask a few more questions about the engine package, and if you can't say, that's fine. But we've heard him say, "I'm on a completely stock bike," and then I've heard other people go, "It's not stock. It's not stock." So I kind of like you to maybe kind of explain that for the average person to what he means when he says stock, and then the follow up to that is whatever he was looking for that you feel is better now. Like, is it something with the power delivery? Is it a certain part of the engine range? Like what is the specifically that you feel is better? If you could answer those 2 questions, I'd appreciate it.
On the engine side, I would say, like I said, just the character of the way it makes power. The bike, in my opinion, wasn't slow before, but the way it made power, it could be, depending on where you want to ride it, like down low in the RPM or higher, if you're revving it more, it had its strengths. It was maybe a little bit, I don't want to say lazy off the bottom, but a little bit, not a lot of excitement, like right off the bottom, but then the mid, it's not like it was really strong through there. So just kind of changing the character of like where it comes on, the way the power delivery is. And also I would say the power, in my opinion, feels like a lighter power, like a little more exciting, a little more aggressive feeling, like down low. And that to me was a big improvement on the newer engine package, was just a lighter at the throttle, right? Like when you crack the throttle, like how quick does it come alive, and stuff like that. And there's so much to it between mapping and engine stuff, parts and all that stuff in the engine. But I don't even know I honestly don't know any of the specifics of what was different. I don't know all of those answers, but the package that, okay, here, try this new engine. That's where it was. Just a little more exciting, a little more, I would call it like bottom, but there's lighter feeling on the bottom.
Okay.
In the stock engine, I would say kind of has that character. It's obviously slower than the full race engine, but it has like kind of that character. So I would say they took the race engine and made it more towards that character of the way it makes power.
Okay.
But obviously it's much faster. It's honestly really really fast, but really usable fast. Like to me, like I said, I was very impressed with the engine. And back to the stock comments. So at Dallas, or before Dallas, that was the first week that I kind of went out there, and Chase had asked me to come help a little bit. They did go back to a mostly stock motorcycle, obviously not suspension and stuff like that, but just to kind of go back to base, because I don't know, but maybe I don't remember, so don't quote me on this one, but maybe Chase never actually started on the stock engine. He kind of just started on their package. I think something like that.
Yeah.
But just went back to a kind of a stock feeling bike, pretty stock engine, clamps, all that stuff. And then they kind of piece by piece started adding stuff back to it, just kind of pinpoint more, the feeling that he's having, what could be causing it, right?
Right.
So in Dallas, he had, I don't want to give any specifics away, but it wasn't a stock engine. They went back to a stock-ish engine and bike, but there was many different things that weren't stock that you maybe can't buy, and things that
makes more
weren't
sense.
totally stock. I think what he meant was maybe more, it wasn't as much of an improvement from where he wanted it to be, right? Like it didn't feel like a big difference, but it was a big change from where they were to where that was. And it was more stock-ish. And like I said, he liked that character, but then obviously we've kind of built from there and got the engine to where it is now. So it kind of has that character, but obviously more power than where it was. So, yeah.
All right.
So when you talk about that and the engine characteristics and then the guys not gelling with the bikes, is it a deal nowadays where the guys are just so fast that they're on the edge of what these bikes can handle, and that's why they seem to be like so touchy with the bike? Or is it the social media now and we hear more about it now, and even back in the day, guys were constantly, I'm not going to use the term complaining, but struggling with the bikes?
I mean, honestly, I would say probably a little bit of both of those things. Obviously, we're exposed to it a lot more because of social media. Everybody knows what's going on, every second of the day. But for the guys at the top level like that, like a guy like Chase that can win, races, win championships, they're all so good. It's like that at every level as you go down through. But like every little bit matters. Everything makes a difference for them. A small change can be a big difference maker because they're all so close and they're all so good. So I just think, guys at that level are really maxing out like what a 450 is capable of, for the most part. And I wouldn't say that I do, but a guy like that does.
Right.
Chase, Eli, Jet, those guys. And like I said, every little bit makes every little improvement makes a bigger difference the more you get to the peak level, right? Like of those guys and their ability. So, and honestly, I think all of the bikes are good nowadays, but they all do different things better and different things worse. So I think any of them are good. I think the best riders can win on any of the bikes. But they definitely suit different riders better or worse, right? Like a guy that wants a bike to do this bike might suit him. A guy that wants a bike to do that, this other bike might suit them better. Doesn't mean they can't make all the bikes, good and that they can win on, but different bikes suit different riders, a little bit more naturally, right? Without having to make as many changes and stuff like that. So, and honestly, a 450 in Supercross, it's such a big bike and a fast bike, and that it is tougher to set up a 450 in Supercross because all of the flaws get exposed a lot more. Where like a 250, you can overcome them, in my opinion, a lot easier. The bike is much easier to kind of manhandle, and it's lighter, less engine inertia, all that stuff. That when stuff kind of goes bad or it's off or you get kicked sideways, it's a lot less than it is on a 450, as far as the reaction and stuff like that goes, when you're trying to ride it. So especially on a small Supercross track and the tracks get really tore up and rough and the suspension is stiff and the bike is big and heavy and fast, it's tough. It is tough to set up a 450. I think that's why you see a lot of successful 250 guys maybe not have that same success on a 450. Not because they're not good riders, but it's a different animal, on a 450 in Supercross. So some guys come through and do good on it, and some guys struggle with it more. More of that 250, specialist. I don't think it's the case. I think it's the 450 is just much tougher to manage and set up in Supercross nowadays than like a 252 stroke used to be.
Well, that makes sense, because if you look at how much they struggled with the Yamaha when it was 450 and how good it was as a 250, basically the same frame, just with a smaller motor.
Yeah, but it just makes a big difference, and especially it makes a big difference because of that, and especially on a tighter track like a Supercross track.
Yeah, just so you were kind of in a little bit of this role where you're helping other riders through the later stages of your career, but as you got to that point where the focus maybe was a little bit more on helping somebody else rather than necessarily just developing your own career, and now that you're retired and in this role of test rider, or however you want to label it, how has that been rewarding in a way compared to it was for your own results? And then also, how has the adjustment to retired life been, with just perspectives on life and how everything has been post-race or racing career?
Yeah. I mean, I would say for me, obviously, it's just different when you're out there racing for yourself and you're training during the week and you're putting all this work in, and then you have success on the weekend or failure on the weekend. You know, you have the failure, whatever you want to call it. You learn, you try to go back to work, go to the drawing board and improve and get better and better. You're always kind of chasing that carrot to just keep improving. And then some weekends it's rewarding and some weekends it's frustrating. But either way, you go back and you keep trying to improve and get better and better. So that's all I've known, my whole life. But yeah, these last couple of years, helping, Kenny and the Suzuki team and now with Chase and this stuff, and even back to Yamaha before the Suzuki stuff. It is rewarding just in a different way. It's, I didn't win any races or championships, and it's super cool to help guys of that level that can and do, and help be a part of their success. Obviously, they have to do their job. They're the main character and, making it happen. But in the rest of the team is as well, the suspension, the engine, all the guys, right? The truck driver, everybody plays their role. So for me to have a role, like a part in that of success and winning and championships has been really cool. It's something that I, never really thought of, never planned on, because I've been a racer my whole life, and that it's my own success and my own work and all that stuff and rewarding and learning. But now on this side of it a little bit the last few years, it is very fun because, like I said, I can't race forever. And I think that's kind of where, it's where, like a Larry Brooks or Roger DeCosta, those guys, they kind of, I don't want to say live through those other guys, but they can pass on their knowledge and all that stuff and help those guys achieve their goals. That they can't physically go out there and do it anymore, but they're able to go, help those other guys have their success, the guys that they're mentoring and, looking after. And so for me, it's been very rewarding, very, very fulfilling, and fun to, just in a little bit different way, but to be a part of, somebody like Kenny, winning races and, now Chase, helping them and a team of that caliber. Definitely a lot of fun, rewarding in just a different way. And as far as my own, semi-retired life, whatever you want to call it, it's been fun. It was fun, get to spend more time with the kids and just be home, not traveling as much. But like I said, there's double-edged sword to everything. Then I'm home and I'm like, man, I miss going to the races and being there and seeing my friends and those people. So, it's different. My kids are getting big though. I love being around them as much as I can. But at the same time, I'm a busy person, busybody. I like to stay busy. I like to have something to wake up and work for. And this has honestly been, very fun for me, something to kind of look forward to each day and help somebody work and help somebody have success and be a part of something like that, like I said. So, yeah, it's been fun being home more. It's been fun here doing these couple races and going to California for a week here and there and working with the team like that. And yeah, I've had a good mix, good balance of not being too bored at home and not being overly scheduled and, never being home and seeing my family and stuff like that. So it's been good so far. Well, like I said, we'll see how it keeps going. And I never wanted to rush into anything when I was done racing. But I did want to find something to do, kind of find where I fit in, where I can help, where I can add value. And I think been good so far. And yeah, we'll see how it keeps going.
Well, to kind of go back into that a little bit more, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, that you weren't given a continued role at PMG. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but also just look, man, it's really looking like Kenny's going to win this title. Like, I think he's my title favorite with 2 to go. Like, what would that mean to you that you were part of helping develop that bike? So, yeah, if you want to talk about why PMG didn't keep you on, please do. And then, just talk about Kenny, what it would mean if he wins this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be awesome. It's hard to bet against him right now. He's been riding so good lately. But as of right now, it's 4 points. So between him and Hunter, I think Coop still, obviously has an outside chance, but probably not. It's hard to bet against either of those guys. And I hope it comes down to the last, just personally as a fan, I hope it comes down to the last main event, winner take all, and they start together and battle it out, and whoever wins. I like both those guys. Been friends with Kenny for a long time, even before, we were working together on the Suzuki stuff. But Hunter, Dazzy, I'm on a lot of their flights. They're out of Tampa every weekend, and they were on my flight this past weekend, and always, I haven't worked with them, personally or whatever, but talk to them, pretty often as we're traveling, week to week. And they've always been, super nice, super polite to me, and for me, I've been around a long time. But when you have a guy like Jet, that's such a special talent, winning so much, and his dad, and his brother, and everybody, they don't, sometimes I'm like, oh, dude, do you think they know who I am? You have that thought cross your mind, and then they come up and talk to you like, we've been friends forever. And so just from a respect standpoint, and very, very respectful people, and very nice, polite to me, always, talking and open. Not, they don't have that like I'm too good for you attitude. So I've grown to have a lot of respect for the Lawrence family, and
Sure.
And obviously Kenny as well. So for me, I just hope it comes down to good racing as a fan, so we see a good battle. And as far as if Kenny's to win, I'd be pumped. I could not be happier for him. It'd be great. He's been going at it a long time for Supercross Championship, and I know the work he puts in and the talent that he has, and what he's been through. Like I said, we've been riding together for over a decade now, and it would be awesome to see Kenny win. And for me, obviously you see a lot of his interviews, and we hear a lot all year where he hasn't changed his bike in over a year, and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I'm not there right now, but I think that kind of speaks for itself that, we pretty much did all of he's not on much different stuff than what we set up originally and what we kind of developed in my 3 years that I was there. So for him to win, and obviously not really changing much on the bike, for over the last year, like I said, I'll take a little bit of pride in that, or whatever you want to call it. That I I'm not there right now. So that is in a way a bummer that I'm not there to, celebrate with them necessarily, because I'm not a part of the team right now. And if he's to win, again, I could not be happier for him. I hope the best, let the best guy win. So personally, I'd love to see Kenny win. It'd be a little bittersweet not being on the team currently. But like I said, I can kind of rest, not lose sleep at night knowing that, he's on, pretty much set up that we kind of helped come up with. And I don't like taking all the credit either. Everybody has to do their part, from suspension, engine, team, everything. But I'll, definitely sleep good at night knowing that, I had a little part in that.
Yeah.
And it's something awesome, it's very, I'm thankful for the opportunity to be a part of, that, and that my time there and what we were able to do. And that was awesome. And I guess to touch on why I'm not there, they really just couldn't put a deal together for me. Suzuki wanted to, the team said they wanted to, but at the end of the day, they just really couldn't put a deal together for me. We talked about it for months and months. They tried, from what I was told, to get something put together. And at the end of the day, I kind of waited until, basically until the season started, because I was kind of still being told that we were going to try to make it happen, and they're trying to make it happen. And honestly, just never really came together. It was nothing on my end that I didn't turn down their offer, or, say this or that. It just never really came to fruition. They, kind of had told me the plan all along for, months from the end of last year, all the way until this year, was that's what we were going to do. And it just kind of never came together. Never really had an offer for me, from a budget standpoint or whatever it was, to stay there, which was a bummer. That's kind of that was my first choice, what I wanted to do. Wanted to stay there, keep working with them. But it wasn't in the cards. It's all good. No hard feelings on my end.
Okay, good.
Like I said, I'm pumped for them, especially Kenny, if he's able to win. And even if he doesn't win, the success that he's had this year has been great to see. And like I said, I can kind of know that I had a little part in that. And at the end of the day, we're all good. I'm happy with what I'm doing now. And we keep riding and having fun.
Okay.
If he does win this championship, it's going to be quite the conversation piece, and maybe put the other manufacturers in a little bit of a tizzy on like how they spend R&D dollars, because it's like look what really happens. Like this is possible. It may change the sport in a way. And then is there any truth to the rumors of them having of Suzuki doing a new bike in 27 or anything like that?
As far as the new bike, I was never told anything. There was a lot of hints around that, it could be something. And I don't even know if it's for 27 or 28 or what it is. I was never told anything directly, one way or the other. I was just, overhearing and heard a little bit of there's a lot more activity going on within Suzuki. So that could lead you to believe that there is something coming down the pipeline. I don't know if it's for 27 or if it would be for 28. I feel like if it's for 27, we'd maybe hear something by now. But again, I don't know. I wasn't told anything directly. But like I said, there's just from what I was told, and you can see a little bit more activity with Suzuki. So you would think that maybe there's something coming. But back to the beginning of what you said, I think it is a good like eye opener. I hope it is for a lot of the manufacturers, because I do feel like they change the bikes almost too much these days.
Yeah.
As soon as they get one figured out, they make a change and they're already on to the next thing, and then they're just kind of chasing their tail on the next one. And every time they get it figured out, it's on to the next new bike and whatever. Where I think there's a fine line. Suzuki probably could have made, just in my opinion, probably could have made some minor changes to it throughout the last 7 or 8 years, whatever it's been, to improve it a little bit. But also on the other side of that, you can see that by not making any changes, you're able to really develop it to what its most potential is, where when the other manufacturers maybe change it so frequently, you don't actually figure it out before the next one's coming along and the next change is coming, and you're kind of always playing catch up to try to figure the bike out. Where Suzuki, it's just okay, we know what works, we know what doesn't work, and you kind of is what it is. Some things maybe you just can't get better because you can only change so much, but at least you know what it is, you can develop it to its max, and there you have it. Where if they're changing the bike every 2-3 years, even if it's not a major change, they're still changing stuff here and there. You're always kind of trying to figure out, okay, what does it need now? What's it need now?
Yep.
Where that can be a negative as well. So, look how many years all the manufacturers, I don't want to even name one, you could name all of them, they've come out with a new bike and it's worse than the old bike.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
happens all the time.
So interesting to see if Suzuki has something new coming out. Same with GYAO. I hear they have something new, coming out. I don't know anything about it firsthand, but possibly somewhat of a change next year, whatever. I don't know if that's graphics or if it's what the extent of it is.
Right.
But I guess we'll kind of see. I've been watching the GPs, obviously, again, just as a fan and kind of paying attention, because those guys usually get the bikes a little sooner than we do over here. Start racing them and stuff like that. So I'll be keeping an eye on that and see from every manufacturer standpoint, kind of what's coming down the pipeline in the near future.
And we have a listener in the chat, Ryan Jones, just said he wanted to tell you thank you for taking a picture with his wife at your camper while you were trying to eat. You're an awesome guy.
Yes, no worries. I remember that. I was, like I said, came back to the races. I had my own motorhome there. I told Julian PRMX, I said, hey, I'm not coming unless I have a bus. I need a bus there for me. No, I'm kidding. Do you remember what I said? Julian was actually taking his motorhome back up to Canada, and that's why they threw the bike in there to bring it up there for me. So because of that, he had the motorhome there, which was nice, to kind of be able to go over and chill and hang out. So I was kind of joking all weekend that, hey, I had my bus there, for me to come back to racing is one of my stipulations. But no, yeah, I took a picture with his wife. They kind of came over. I was going from the semi over to the motorhome, and yeah, like I said, that's something I miss a ton. I love, meeting fans and meeting everybody, and something I didn't maybe used to like as much younger in my, earlier in my career when I was younger, but something, it's cool having people that, want to meet you and think what you do is cool, all that stuff. It's definitely a cool feeling to, have stuff like that happen. So
yeah,
happy to meet all the fans. Yeah.
Chiz, sometimes early in your career, there's just weird fans that come up every year like, Chiz, can I get a jersey? Every year.
Yeah, what losers.
Right. And 4 years later, they get one.
Yep. And then they turn into your friend and start working. And then,
yeah.
Right?
Crazy.
So, yeah.
But
yeah, it's awesome. I love that. Like I said, that's a big part that just the community,
yeah.
All the other teams and riders, everybody, I don't get that at home, and I'm happy to be home with my kids. But again, grass is always greener, right? It's always, I have this,
sure.
that, and vice versa. So, like I said, I feel like what I'm doing right now has been a good balance of everything. And who knows, that could change a month, a year from now, one way or the other. And like I said, I'm just kind of going where life takes me and trying to add value where I can and enjoy what I do, hopefully. And like I said, help people. I enjoy that just in general, whether it's coaching, testing, teams, riders. I love the sport. I'm a fan. And just want to keep helping where I can.
Chiz, thanks for your time, man. It's always fun talking to you, and I appreciate you almost always having time for us, man.
Yes, no worries. I appreciate you guys having me, and it's a pleasure talking to you as always.
Yep, and I'll see you in Salt Lake. I'll be there for the final, so I'll definitely come by and say hi. Probably ignore Cade, but I'll come say hi to you.
Yes, Yeah, for sure do that. So yeah, we'll see you in Salt Lake. Love that one, my favorite one. So definitely wanted to get that one on the schedule. So yeah, that's planned, Denver and Salt Lake. So I hope to see everybody there, and sounds good.
All right, Chiz. Have a good night. Tell the family I said hi, and yeah, enjoy. Well, good luck this weekend.
Yep, will do. Thank you guys.
All right,
have a good night.
Bye. Kyle Chisholm tonight, brought to you by Race Tech, full of good information. That kind of at least clears up the quote unquote stock engine discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what we.
Most people knew that, but there's other people like, oh, he says
he's
stock.
always on stock.
I mean,
yeah.
and that is what Chase kept saying.
Yeah.
He didn't say stock is. She said, I'm on it, stock.
They told him, hey, stop saying that.
Yeah. Let's do X-Brand comments real quick, and then or X-Brand emails. Sorry, we'll go back to calling it X-Brand emails. Got to remember that. X-Brand emails, and then we'll get into Austin Kent.
Well, when you do have X-Brand goggles, you can see clear and ride fearless. With EKS brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability, EKS goggles keeps your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. It's been trusted by champions, built for every rider. It has crystal clear optics, all-day comfort with zero distractions. Ride with EKS because every second counts, and you can get yours at eksbrand.com.
Perfect. All right, we'll do these fairly quickly, and we'll get to Austin Kent. First one is from Shane Bagley. So the next two races are man-on-man, Roxon versus Hunter. If it comes down to it, can you see one of them roughing up the other? I remember a 250 outdoor pass that Hunter went full send into Joe Shimoda several years ago. Can you see either of them getting aggressive in the final round?
Hunter made a little contact in Philly.
Yeah. I say yes for either one. For a title, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to come down. I mean, whatever the position is, it's going to come down to something like that.
Do you think if we're going percent pie, right, the 50-50, whatever, 100%, 80%, what's the percentage that there is physical contact in these next two races? I'm going to say 80.
80%.
80% there is contact. Yeah. It's 2 to go. It's a championship, man.
Yeah, 70.
The gloves are off.
70 to 75, yeah.
Do you TJ, you got a percentage?
Just because, I mean, there's always that 25%. There's always that 20% chance that, like, they may not even, more than likely, they're going to battle one-on-one. Like, it's going to be within a couple seconds, the whole race. One of them, I can see one of them being, and, like, it's weird with this championship battle because usually in the past, you're just like, okay, well, like last year, for example, Chase is faster. If, Chase gets in front, he can get a lead, but is he going to make a mistake? Is Cooper going to be able to capitalize? Will Chase get a bad start? Will Cooper get a good start and take the lead? With Kenny and Hunter, I think it's pretty evenly matched. So it's going to be closer of a race, but there's still that 25% variable where one of them gets a bad start or one of them gets a lead, and they may not see each other, but more than likely, there's going to be some contact.
I think if they're close,
who would you say would be more likely to make the aggressive move if they were behind the other one? You think Hunter would?
Yeah.
People in the chat are saying that he's low key greasy.
Hunter is?
Yeah.
I mean, I
didn't see that.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
maybe. I mean, aggressive.
I guess there have been some incidences where he can be aggressive, but that's part of our sport, right?
If you're not aggressive,
dirty, but aggressive, that's fine.
We're coming into this with a guy who is extremely seasoned in the 450 class and somebody who is new to the 450 class, but an older rider. He's not like a young kid. Like, is that? Do you think it's a huge advantage? All the stuff that Ken's been through.
Yes.
You think it is?
I do.
You think the ups and downs have made him where he can stay more even keel?
Yeah, he's been through almost every scenario you can think of.
Do you think that in a way, in the back of their mind, both of them go in going, this could be the last time?
Sure.
Do you think, what I'm saying?
Well,
could
be. To your point though, TJ, look at what's happened in the past. And that's kind of what even led Cooper to make the comments he did post race. Most of the time in his history would say that Cooper would have got him in that situation, but he didn't this weekend.
Didn't, yeah.
And I think that Ken has found something and is a little more resilient in whatever condition or whatever part of the race. And it's very impressive to see him do that at this stage in his career.
For real.
Yeah.
All right, we will have to come back to X-Brand emails. We got our next guest of the night on. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Guts Racing. Grip, control, and confidence. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers. Trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for maximum traction and durability, Guts seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. They're built to last and made to win. Visit gutsracing.com. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see my new wing seat cover sitting here from my Yamaha, ready to go. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us from the Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing Team World Supercross Championship winning mechanic, Austin Kent. What's up, Austin?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. It's been a long time since we've had you on the show. Like maybe back in the Blake Baggett days, but good to have you back.
Yeah, it feels good to be back.
And that's the only reason why he's allowed to come back on. That's it.
TJ here is Blake Baggett's still his guy.
Hey, same here. Same here. I miss that guy.
He'll return any year now.
Yeah.
You just never know. He did call me last year when he had that 500 DXC or whatever.
Yeah, I saw the videos.
He called me. He's like, "Dude, I might show up to Paul." I'm like, "Let's do it." I said, make sure the headlight's extra bright, get the horn on that thing, and put on some heaters.
I reach out to him and Keeley about once a year and say, "Hey, can we get him on?" And Keeley's always, "Yeah." I mean, you can ask him, but
good luck. I hear from him once a year too. It's usually needs like a question how to fix his jet ski or something.
Right.
And then he'll tell me, "All right, man, well, you just got your annual call. We'll talk to you next year." And then that's about it.
Yeah, that's typical Blake though. That's all right. Maybe one day he'll come out, but I doubt it. He's not really.
He's gonna be like Stu
these days.
He's like Stu. It won't be long. We'll see him in the booth.
You think
He'll
so?
he'll have his own podcast.
Broadcast pretty soon. Yeah, 100%.
Heck yeah.
Well, Austin, you've come a long way since working at the Rocky Mountain team. I mean, now obviously, I think you took some time off, and you were Cooper Webb's practice mechanic. You're good friends with Cooper. I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about Coop, but you came back.
I just left the house.
Oh man, well,
yeah. Now Cole Davies had a little championship party for the team, so. Coop's oldest daughter, Indy, FaceTimed me at work today and asked me if I wanted to go to a pizza party with her, and I had to ride with her in the car. So
Heck yeah.
I had to leave work early and go meet at the house, and Mariah and Coop stuck me in the back with all the kids. So.
That's where you belong, Austin.
Uncle duties, yeah.
I like it. Well, yeah, I definitely want to talk a little bit about that stuff, but yeah, just when you look back at your career, some of the guys you worked for, races you've been able to win, and then winning a World Supercross title, like. Could you see your career kind of going that way, back in, I don't know, 17, 18?
No, hell no. No, like checking a win off was huge. Like, and actually, I got a 450 main event win before I even got a 250 main event win. So that was, I want to say it would have been my second 450 race was a main event win. So that was, I mean, I should have just been done there, got my goals, but you know how it goes. You just get hooked to it, and here we are years later.
Like, I think I met you. I feel like I met you at Millville. I knew Jericho. You guys were working together, two donkeys working for that team. And then, he's now a team manager, and you, like I said, you have a World Supercross title.
Yeah. I'd like to get one of those U.S. ones one of these days, but we'll see.
Well, let's go there. Cool. So I feel like Max has the ability, and
100%.
Things have not gone his way. He'll get a race win, and then things kind of just have got. He either had an injury, he had a bike issue. Birmingham 2 years in a row went bad for him. And what do you?
I remember that.
Yeah, what do you think Max needs? Like, what do we need to get Max a title? What does he need to work on?
I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, he has everything to do it. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously it's tough racing Deeks. Like, he's going to mess with you. He's going to play his games, and that can take a toll on you, I'm sure. But yeah, I honestly don't know, to be honest with you.
He did mention on our show, and then he told Lewis Phillips, like, he definitely mentioned like Hayden a few times, and it's clear it got to him a little bit, right? When you got this young kid that's look, I mean, he is a generational guy, clearly, and sometimes you just can't beat those guys regularly. It's just unfortunate, but it just is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, after A1 and I was like, oh boy. Yeah. Because I mean, I was like, this could be something, but it's part of the game. Yeah, peaks and valleys, that's what it is, I guess.
Can you talk about any like major there's probably a lot major differences coming from the Rocky Mountain KTM team to a team like Star Yamaha?
Yeah, I feel like the Rocky Mountain deal was a little more laid back. I mean, obviously it was awesome. We had factory equipment and stuff, but we kind of did our own thing. But yeah, I guess there's just a lot more people, a lot more, like it. Rocky Mountain Hill was just Derek and I, and Burner was our team manager, and JR was our crew chief, and it was just you unload the semi, you have 2 bikes, and now it's like you don't know how many bikes we're gonna have on the weekend.
That's true.
You're always adding someone. You just never know who's gonna show up and ride the bike. Like it's never it's always nonstop at Star, that's for sure. Which is a good thing. That's why they're winning. You gotta think
that is true.
I think they've won every main event but one this year. So
being with different
sure.
teams, and from like some teams that maybe have a history of not paying people all the way to the top of the sport, like, are you gonna ever like come out one day with like a tell-all book?
I mean, maybe one of these days it'd be cool to come on a show and maybe just talk about some of the things in the past. It'd be some good radio, that's for sure.
Like the 1110 mod stories that we got like from back in the day. I just want to say right now, MotoXpod is claiming rights to this show since I came up with the idea. So you have to come on here, and we'll just do a standalone interview.
The Awesome Camp memoir.
It may be one of the best ones of all times.
We might have to do that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, then we could get some dirt on Coop.
And
oh yeah, there's plenty of that. Yeah.
Coop's my guy. I'm not really supposed to have a guy, but Coop is my guy.
Coop is 100%.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
Same here. That's family right there.
You know what? Actually, Chiz is my guy, but as far as guys that can win, Coop's my guy.
And only because Chiz retired.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hell, I didn't even know Chiz was racing. Then I
know.
I went back because obviously it was muddy. I was just a helper this weekend, so I didn't really get to watch much of the racing, but I went back, and I live with Duff, so me and him on Mondays, we always go back and rewatch the race on Monday night when we're all just chilling. And it's like, I was like, wait a second, Chiz was out there? He made the main event? Like, what?
Straight through, too. Straight through.
Yeah, dude, I had no clue. I was blown away. I was like, that's insane. But that's him. He's going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's Chiz is going to Chiz, as they say.
Yeah, it could be 10 years from now. The old 11 might just show up. You never know.
God, I hope so.
And still make the main.
That'd be amazing. Oh, 100%. Yeah, they might as well just have a spot left for him and like have a 23rd gate or something just open.
11th gate.
You know what I mean?
Turn it up to 11.
Exactly. Yeah. Just have it reserved for him. Like, just retire that gate.
Yeah.
You
want me to go?
Crazy.
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't realize I was next. He said he was next.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. How about you worked for Nick Romano, and he stepped away for a little bit, and then he's back. Like, I don't know how your relationship with him is, but that's pretty cool having him come back.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's always hanging around Coop's bus too, because on Friday nights we'll all go. I'll just sit over there and hang out, and talk some crap, and the usual. That's all I did when I went to the races. When I was Coop's practice guy, he'd still find me at the races. I was the verbal punching bag, so
okay.
So I still hang out over there, Nick's always over there, so yeah, we're still still boys, so that's cool. It's cool to see him back.
It's funny that you just said that, because I would see you at the races, and I knew you were Coop's practice guy, and I was like, okay, Coop's just kind of needs his boys, his entourage a little bit, because I knew there really wasn't any other reason for you to be there, but that's cool.
Hell no. Yeah, I'd put like tire stickers on for Carlos, and that's about it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much going on, and I'd always just do whatever Coop needed. So,
So Austin, I don't think I've met you in person, maybe just once, but I've talked to Duff a few times. You guys said you're roommates, obviously you're coworkers and teammates. Rivals, right? Yeah.
We have so much beef. I told him literally like 20 minutes ago. I said, dude, I'm gonna get on this show and talk so much shit about you. And,
do it.
You, Duff.
He ain't walked out. I'm surprised he ain't walked out here yet with his number 1 place flashing in my face.
For sure.
But we actually go way back further than that. Like, me and him grew up together in the same town, so like we've known each other forever. I used to push his bike to the gate at fair races and stuff back in the day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great. He's the one that got me into all this, which is wild.
Oh,
so
that's
it's cool.
Yeah, Duff's actually
like, not a lot of
Duff.
people. Yeah, not a lot of people know that, but like I used to eat dinner at his house, and he would stay at my house on the weekends because I lived a little closer to the bars, so we'd crash at my house sometimes after depending on how many drinks we had that night.
Back before he got his girlfriend that he's with now, he spent some time at some bars.
Yeah. Thank God he got a girlfriend.
Yeah, he needed it.
Now we don't go out, so it's nice. We just sit at the house and cook out every night and watch TV is finally grown up, you know.
Yeah, it's called getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're not in high school anymore, so it's good.
Yeah, and well, what I was gonna say is like you guys seem like y'all are pretty chill, laid back guys. Obviously, y'all have a competitive nature. That's why you're in this sport. But how does that laid back nature? How do your personalities match with what the team's got going on? Obviously, Star Racing, especially with the 250 team right now, is very serious, very championship oriented, very ballsy, I guess would be a good word to describe them. How do you guys fit in that serious environment? What do you like about it?
We keep it fun. I will say that. Duff and I are always talking shit and having a good time, so we try to keep it fun. But obviously, we're there to win, like just as much as anybody else. So, but we still have to try to keep it fun because it's it's definitely a grind. We don't go home much. We see our people that we work with are basically our family. That's we don't really. So we have to keep it fun, but we also got to be serious, keep the mood light, but still be there to do our jobs and win. So there's a good balance between that.
Have you ever gotten in Bobby's shit wake? Have you ever tried to steer clear of that, or have you been the topic of discussion? Oh, really? That's probably a good place to be, right?
Yeah, he just calls me board man once in a while. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm on a shit list, so I'm not. Yeah, I don't think so.
That's good.
So, yeah. I just try to stay in my own lane and do my job, and try to not have just do my job, so no one really has to worry about me, because I got so much stuff going on. I just try to do my thing, and try to take the load off of them by doing my job. So that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty well-oiled machine over there. But you, Scotty, what you kind of said, it does make sense that the shit talking from the group, because I feel like Bobby Reagan's kind of that way, right?
Yeah,
Just
right.
shit talking, and so I think
yeah. Like no, Duff and I will sit there and talk shit to Hayden all day long, get him fired up. It's pretty fun. Like it's you definitely keep it fun.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Hey, I want to back up a minute. When you left Rocky Mountain, when that team closed the doors, whatever you want to call it, that's when you stepped away and became Coop's practice guy, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Coop actually called me one day. I was flying to a race and I landed and I got a text message from him, said, "Yo, call me." I was like, "All right." And I called him. He goes, "Hey, I want you to come work for me." I'm like, "For what?" Like, he goes, "My practice guy." I'm like, "Oh, damn, that'd be badass," because obviously I hung out with him quite a bit in Claremont there, and I was roommates with Seth Rarick at the time, and him and Cooper boys. So
yep.
So yeah, actually, and I talked to Blake about it one day, and he goes, "Dude," he goes, "do it." He goes, "Worry about yourself this time, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing next year, and I would rather see you go somewhere that it's gonna be solid." So I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Sounds good." And then texted Coop back or called him back. I said, "Yeah, I'm in." So did that for 3 years.
So
and that was unreal.
Yeah,
so that was awesome.
And I'm sure, that's a really good gig, and that's really cool that Blake kind of was looking out for you. But I want to ask, though, stepping away from the actual the racing part, like the show part, was that tough to do, or did you enjoy actually not being under the lights and just being the practice guy and building?
I love just being back and just grinding during the week. Like I'd rather be there for him during the week when the testing and all that stuff. I didn't mind that. I don't really care about the show side of things.
Okay.
But I was just there I just wanted to see him do good and be there to help with whatever I could. So, and obviously I still got to be at the races quite a bit on the weekends.
Right.
So that's being at the races was definitely awesome. Like him bringing me to the races, I still felt like I was there. You know what I mean? Like I still felt like I was a part of it on the weekends. He wouldn't just leave me hanging. So
yeah. So you got kind of the fun part without the stress and pressure of being at the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what brought you back then?
But then,
go ahead.
But then, I remember Salt Lake, they were going to switch an engine spec, and Carlos had me swap the engine with them in between practices. So that was kind of cool. Like I would still be hands on if I needed to be. So, and that was cool. Like when Carlos asked me to do that, I'm like, no way, this is crazy. Because obviously I'd look up to Carlos. He's been a hero of mine forever, So that was really cool to be able to do stuff like that with him. So.
Well, what brought you back then to the race side?
Well, I went with Coop 2-star and was his practice guy there for that summer that he was getting ready for SMX. And then when Ferrandez left, and then he went to Peanut full time because Peanut was going to be his practice and race guy. So then I agreed I want to still be around Coop and the family because they're like a family to me, you know. I was like, I'll go to the 250 side because they needed somebody over there. So then that's why I went to the 250 side. So
okay, yeah, that works out good then.
No, it just all worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then and obviously Duff was there too. So it's like, damn, this is gonna be awesome because now I'm back with Duff because like I said, me and him grew up together. So and I'm still gonna be around Coop and the family. So it worked out perfect for me.
Win-win, Austin. Hell yeah, man. I'm stoked for you, man.
Just stick around my people, you know.
Yeah.
Austin, when it comes to working with Max, obviously he's a seasoned vet. He's been in the sport a long time, and he's a very smart guy. He knows what he's looking for in the bike and the motorcycle. Does that make it, is he pretty easy to work for? Obviously, he knows what he wants out of the bike. Does that make it easy or more difficult as a mechanic?
I don't mind it. I think it makes it pretty easy because if he can tell you what he wants and you kind of know how to interpret what he's actually saying and what he wants, it can be easy because I've worked for veterans before, you know, like, and they're all pretty much the same. You just give them what they want and they're happy, you know. So yeah, I don't mind. He seems to know, he knows a lot about the bike and what does what. So I actually enjoy that because we can bounce ideas off each other and it just works really well that way. It's easier that I like it better that way than someone that doesn't have any idea how to talk about the bike or what's what, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I mean, sometimes that can be your worst enemy too when you feel like when you know too much. But I
right.
try to keep them somewhat calmed down, you know.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Maybe in a way it could be more difficult because he knows what he's trying to get out of the bike, and if you aren't able to get there at a point, then it's kind of just like a frustration thing. So, but it sounds like he very well articulates what he's looking for, and you're able to interpret it.
Yeah,
pretty well.
Yeah,
interpret it.
Yeah, like World Supercross, we were on our own over there the whole time, and it was everything went good. So I kind of know what he wants, and I can we've done so much testing and worked together long enough to where I could kind of see what the track was going to be like and be like, all right, I feel like we're going to go this way. So me and him would put our heads together. But honestly, World Supercross, we didn't really touch the bike the whole time. He was pretty happy. Like we'd have one or two clicks back and forth, and that's about it. Other than Sweden, it was like an outdoor race. So we just made a couple of adjustments, kind of like went towards what we would do outdoors, and that got him through the night. So with what we had. But
yeah, Austin Kent tonight brought to you by Guts Racing. Visit gutsracing.com and get your seat covers today. Make sure you let them know the MotoXpod sent you. How was that World Supercross travel? And that's kind of like a little bit of a vacation with a few races.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Like they were awesome. Like the promoters, they took great care of us. They were always coming by and making sure we had everything we wanted or everything we needed. And I thought it was a blast. I mean, the travel was definitely gnarly, but it was cool to see all those different places.
Yeah, I think that's probably at the end of the year. If you're home, you're gonna be working anyway. So why not travel and go see some cool places? Yeah.
The only thing that was rough was we came back. We flew back from Australia for the photo shoot for one day, and then turned around and like I landed, went straight to the shop. We did the photo shoot, came home, did laundry, then flew out the next morning.
Sure, that's brutal.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Flew all the way back from Oz and then for one day and then flew to Sweden that next 2 days later. So that was pretty gnarly, but no, it was cool. Definitely got some miles booked up. Racked up after that. So
when it comes to being over like in an area like that, that's different from what our culture is for an extended period of time. It's funny because we have riders come on that are international riders, and they always pretty much talk crap about our food here and like how they don't like it. It's hard for them to do their diet and all that stuff. What was it like for you eating food in the other countries? Are you a picky eater, or was it kind of cool to experience different stuff?
It was awesome. Yeah, I was all about it. Yeah. I do feel like the food was definitely better in some of those places, compared to the stuff we have here. But yeah, I didn't mind it. It was good. And plus World Supercross, they had catering and stuff at the races. So that was cool. Yeah.
It'd be a lot harder for Darkside. He's a chicken tender guy. He's a chicken tender kid. It'd be tough for him.
But you can get chicken tenders everywhere, I feel like.
I don't mind a
good chicken tender either.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're pretty easy to find around.
If I can find a good steak somewhere, I'm good.
Oh, that's what I do. Yeah. Like Kuzo came to a couple of races with me, and me and him we'd just start researching steakhouses. Like we found one in South Africa that was unreal, and we get there, we're like, I think I ordered a tomahawk, and we realized like we were doing the math, like the currency exchange, and I was like, oh, this is going to be expensive. It ended up being, I paid for both of us. It was like $150 US. I'm like, we ate like kings. I'm like, no way, this is unreal. So like the exchange rate was unreal. So we were eating good food everywhere we went, because it was like, you just felt like you're eating way cheaper than anywhere else. So
getting those win bonuses too, championship bonuses for Max.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I got a few more
good once in a while.
Yeah, I got a few more for you, Austin. I do want to touch on Coop. That's gonna be
weird.
That'd be a clip. I want to touch on Coop. I want to talk about Cooper Webb. This year, right? A lot of us, we're talking about, could he repeat? Could he back it up this time? And the season hasn't gone exactly how he wanted. He's been up and down. What are your thoughts on Coop? Do you feel like he's struggled in any way? I mean, you know him better than anybody.
I feel like he's still getting better. Like he's still, like, I feel like this year he's gained some technique. He's gained a little bit of speed to try to, to bridge that gap. And I feel like he's had a little bit of growing pains with it, made some mistakes. You know what I mean? Like it hasn't been like is normal, consistent, but I think he's just trying to elevate and push to be a better version of himself.
Yeah.
And I think the luck just hasn't been there for him this year either. He's had some stuff happen and had some finishes that you gotta think he's still, what's he, 24 back now or something?
Yeah, I think it's 24.
And he's had some like pretty bad races, like quite a few there. And I'm like, dude, you gotta think if he would have podiumed a couple of those bad races, he would be right in this thing. So I just think if the luck would have been a little on his side for a couple of those races, I think it would be a little different ball game. But I still think he's getting better. Like I see him do things at the track like every day. I'm like, dude, he's still a student of the game. So that's what's cool to see.
Yeah, he has said that he feels like he's riding better this year than last. And it's kind of hard to see that if you don't really look at it under a microscope almost, because the results don't look quite as good. He obviously hasn't got as many wins, where last year it was him and Chase battling. And this year there's just a lot more guys staying healthy, and so it doesn't look as good as maybe as it could be.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna win them all. You know what I mean?
No.
But I still think there's the fight. I feel like the fight's still there. The desire's still there to him to keep going to be a title guy. So
how serious do you think he's going to take this outdoor season, being as this is last? I mean, he tells me every year, this year I care, man. I'm going to put it all in. I want this. But then it kind of feels like once he gets there, he doesn't care as much as I want him to.
I personally feel like there's some fire there. So I really do. It's just, I think I feel like the last few years that he hasn't really had much outdoor time because he's been going for championships on Supercross. So it's tough just to hop out there, and you got to think he had his thumb fixed the 1 year during the off season. So he really didn't get much out. He really hasn't had that much outdoor time. So hopefully he gets a couple good weeks in. I know he rode outdoors yesterday, and they said he's actually riding really well. So that was cool. And I think what did we get, 2 weekends off this year?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, he should have a good few weeks on the bike. So obviously he might not come out and crush it the first weekend, but I remember back in 21, like he started a little rough, and then I think he podiumed the last 3 rounds or something at the end. So, hopefully you never know with him. To be honest with you, I can't say, because you just never know with him.
That's true.
He could go out. Yeah. Honestly, like he could go out and win round 1. You just never know with him.
I hope so. I want to see him in the I want to see him in the battle, man. I want to see him fighting for podiums.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
because you know what? If he sniffs a battle, that's gonna flip the switch for him. So.
True. Yeah, if he
but you
starts
think he
off.
Shows up to the,
Go ahead.
You got to think he showed up to the Nations on 250 and did really good for him last year or the year before.
Shit.
Like off the couch, dude. He hasn't rode a 250 in how long? And he just shows up on Deeze's bike and goes out there and does good.
Yeah, let's get him to drop down. Just tell him to drop down.
Yeah, why not? Well, I don't know. We got to see how much room we have in the 250 truck.
Yeah, but I mean, Deegs is moving up, so Coop can move down.
That's true. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
What we need to do with Coop is let's just start saying on the show until outdoors come that he just can't do it.
Well,
It's impossible for him to do it.
So
we'll start talking shit on him if we
and
have
then he'll get fired up and do it.
when he got his win,
exactly.
when he got his win in Houston, that was Houston, right? Yeah, Houston. I interviewed him on press day, and I said I started off by saying, "Coop, I don't believe in you. I don't think you can win this weekend." And then he went and won. And I was like, "See, we got to get that chip on your shoulder."
Yeah, exactly. No, he's definitely mentally insane. I will say that. I swear, some of the gnarliest, I get chills thinking about just being there, like his 2021 championship run.
Yep.
Like being there at all those races and just seeing how he navigated that I will never forget that. Just some of the stuff he did and said, and how he'd psych himself up. I wish I could have been recording all that. I wish we would have had a vlog back then. You know what I mean? Just so people could see how gnarly that he is. It's insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's being that close with him and knowing him that well. Is it as simple as just a remark or something like that, or somebody says something and you can just see it change in his face?
100%.
Yeah,
I've never seen nothing like it.
That's the Michael Jordan effect. Type thing. Yeah.
And then I took that personally.
I've yelled at him, and it's me and him had some good pissing matches back and forth, and it's all right, he's probably gonna win tonight, you know. It's insane.
All right, before we let you go, I got a listener question, and then we will let you get back to hanging out with your boy Duff. This is from Sugar Shane 513 on Instagram. How happy were you that you didn't have to wrench in the Philly mud and cold?
I was still frozen and soaking wet, but it was I was still a helper, so I still got muddy and still had to be in there. But yeah, the pressure's definitely not. It's not the same, obviously. I've been pretty fortunate. I haven't had very many mud races, so I will say that I was pretty happy. I didn't have to. My bike wasn't out there, so
getting trashed.
I will say that. Yeah, my bike was upstairs, nice tucked away in the semi. So.
Well, awesome.
Yeah, but I did stay on build day and help the boys. So I will say that. So I wanted to be a trooper and help the boys out. So I did stay on build day.
Well, you're a good dude, man, and I really hope more success comes your way. I really want to see Max. I would love to see Max get a title. I'm a big fan of Max's and the family.
Awesome. Great dude.
Yeah. So thanks for doing this, Austin. Really appreciate you jumping on here tonight.
Yeah, no worries. Now I got to pack and wake up at 4:00 and go to the airport.
Oh shit! Yeah, tell Duff, or I can tell you, I still need some parts, man. Whenever parts fall off your bikes, I need them. For my.
All right. Well, hopefully not on the weekends, but
yeah,
they fall off on build day or something. Or maybe I can pack a couple things away for you.
I could use them, man. I'm digging my 26 Yamaha 250. I love this bike. So anything you got that falls off,
they're insanely good.
They are. They. Yeah. I'm pretty damn slow, but they make me feel fast.
Oh, 100%. You gotta have the good stuff on there.
For sure.
Might as well look good if you're not going fast, right?
yeah, exactly. All show and no go.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Yeah. All right, Austin. Thanks, man. Tell Duff I said what's up,
boys.
All right. See ya.
All right, well, dude. Thanks for having me. See ya. Bye.
That's Austin Kent tonight, brought to you by Guts Racing. Yeah, it's been way too long since we had Austin on. He's again one of the good guys in the pits.
I don't think you've had him on since I've been here.
No, it would have been probably 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18, 19.
Cool.
Yeah.
He seemed like a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. All right, let's go back to X-Brand emails. We're going to do a couple from Phil, and we'll be getting Henry Miller on just a few minutes. Phil Smeltzer sent in this one. Let's see here. This is about pass this message to Pulp MX. Well, I'm sure Steve is listening. So,
oh yeah, of course. Every show he listens.
I listen to all the shows. I haven't heard him talk about LCQ Challenge, almost never. I had to go on the website to make sure it's happening to grab tickets. I only have heard about the Lawrence deal only. He needs to mention it on Pulp more. I do believe he mentioned it this past Monday night, but it is in Denver. You can go to Pulp.
I feel like he mentions it every.
It's not. In Denver.
I said Denver. Yeah, it's Salt Lake City. Nope, it isn't in Denver.
Fake news.
Yep. It's in Salt Lake City, so in 2 weeks or two races. But you should be able to go to pulpmx.com and find it. It might be under PulpMX show, but I'm almost positive it's on the homepage at pulpmx.com.
So they moved it so you could be there.
Yeah, I guess so. I do feel fortunate that I get to go to that.
Are you going to be the 30-second girl?
No. I'll probably just stand in the manager's tower and watch them go around and around. No, I don't have any part of it.
Oh.
I mean, last year It was one of the PR girls from.
Yeah, 'cause they
I don't remember which team.
Who was it that got mad at Will? Was it Star?
I think it was Feld.
Oh, Feld got
Yeah,
mad.
I think they didn't like that. I don't know that for sure, but yeah,
Wasn't even like broadcasted on there.
It's broadcast on. I don't.
It was
on,
YouTube. It was Verb.
Verbs, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Is Verb going to do it this year?
I think so.
They are.
Well, I know Kellen's doing I think Kellen's doing the commentating, if I'm not mistaken.
He did it last year too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure Verb's covering it. But
you know what? But he's right. Like I haven't heard about it as much as we have in years past. Like it's not been played up. Like I don't even know who's in it. I don't know about by this time.
He's mentioned a couple of
250
guys that he's given.
Yeah. Not handicap. What do you call
wild card spots. Yeah, he's mentioned that a couple times. He's recently been talking about how like the numbers are low, but they always end up getting better. And
this last Monday night, he said they're getting closer, and Mark's kind of said, "Yeah, almost like not really, but sure, I'm agreeing with you." But
I always get mine the last week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people make the push in that last week leading up. So yeah, no, I guess I'll be in studio when they give away the bike. So
just
maybe I can win that.
Yeah, but
bro, if you
no, I didn't buy any tickets. We gave our tickets away.
Yeah.
So,
I'll buy one personally.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Aren't they like $20?
30, I
I
think.
think it's 30.
I'm out.
You're.
Hey, guess what? This weekend coming up, not this weekend, but the next one is Redneck Brawl
One
at the
of
house
your-
if y'all want to come out and watch.
One of your.
That'd be Salt Lake City.
I was making a joke.
With the
I'm
finals.
paying for Salt Lake City. I'm paying for Redneck Brawl. I'm not paying for that.
Lame.
You'll pay for that, but you won't pay for other people that are in the same situation that your son's in.
No, those people are in a better situation than what my son is.
But still,
Yeah. Well, anyway, all right. Phil also said, this is about Landon Gordon last week. I was expecting a total different voice and attitude, but love it. Sounds like he's from my area in SoCal, hitting the pipe. I don't know what that means. Laugh out loud.
Questionable.
I don't know what that means there, Phil, but
Probably surfing.
I hope that's what it meant.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I for some reason thought Landon was. I guess he's been in Texas for a minute, hasn't he?
Landon has?
No, you're thinking of Deacon.
Oh, Deacon. That's what I'm thinking.
no,
Yeah, Deacon's been.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
were here last week for Landon Gordon.
He's what's that track in Malakoff? Whatever it is.
Yeah. Now it's Rafters. It was. Anyways.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We got another email. I didn't write the person's name down. It says, do you have any habits that can only be done at a certain time of the day? And so he's basically like saying, like I
alone in the shower.
Like I got to use, I got to take my morning dump at 8 a.m. Or do you have any habits that like you can only do at this time? Like, at 3 o'clock I do this, or do you have anything like that?
I mean, scratch my balls, but I usually do that at the house. I don't do that like at work.
I don't know
random.
why we needed that on this.
They
show.
asked.
Sorry for everybody that has kids listening.
I don't think so.
I don't think I do either that I can think of where it's like, I missed my moment. Yeah,
I
it's
do.
Too late.
Yeah, I do know people that like have to have a certain scenario to poop or something like that.
Or like have a certain time. I poop every morning at this time, or maybe. Yeah,
I don't really have that, but it does seem like it for whatever reason. Like when I get accustomed to like my job or whatever, like as soon as I walk through the doors of that job, like I won't have to poop. As soon as I walk through the doors, one's coming.
It's because you want to poop on the clock so you get paid for it.
You brought it up.
I didn't ask it. I didn't bring up taking a Duke.
You did.
That's kind of you kind of
literally said that.
You did literally.
I guess I did. As an example, I did, didn't
I? We're just patsies, dude. We just go off of what you tell us.
Yeah, we're just following the script.
Well, crap.
All right, any more emails?
That's all we got this week. That's all we got.
All right, what's next?
Well, I wait on Henry Miller. I texted him, told him I was about to call him, and he said, "Give me a minute because I have to take a leak." So let's do the rental.
It's his time.
Huh?
It's his time.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe Henry has one of those things.
803.
How about this? With Rental.com's new to direct consumer shopping experience, performance enthusiasts can now shop the world's best in handlebars, grips, sprockets, and chains, all with free shipping and on orders from $99 and above. Visit Rental.com. You can get merch. They have merch now. You're wearing one of the new shirts, Scotty. I was going to wear one, and it was long sleeve, and then it wasn't cold enough in here, so I didn't wear it.
Cool.
But also, when you think motocross handlebars, you think
Renthal.
Why?
Because they
I'll
make
tell
the
you why.
best.
Now, what do you think about with Renthal? When you think Renthal, what comes to mind?
The grips.
Yeah,
Well, I think of like top of the line, like
top of the line, like they're the best.
Yeah.
I think about their grips.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Like I feel like if I'm not, to be fair, probably I would put Renthal ahead. Like obviously the big ones are Renthal and Pro Taper. I feel like if I have any kind of other bar, I'm kind of settling. Obviously, I'm going for something like either what came on the bike or it's a cheaper or what alternative. But Renthal is definitely the best.
Okay. Well, we'll ask this next guest. I don't know what bars he's on, but we'll ask him what he uses. We're going to bring him in. He's supposed to be by Rates Tech, but we'll just bring our next guest tonight in by Renthal. Tonight, Renthal brings us from the MX6 team, Mr. Henry Miller. What's up, Henry?
How we doing, guys?
We're doing good. We're doing great. What bars do you guys run over there, MX6?
I am running we are running Renthal, actually.
Perfect. What bar bend do you like?
I think I'm on the 821, I think it is.
Okay. All right.
Whatever the lowest bar they make without a crossbar.
Gotcha. You got to try that new 661. The new, the Kiefer bend that Eli's won a bunch of races on.
I'm out.
Why?
Got too much bend in it.
Okay.
Are you short? Are you just like a low bar?
No, I'm definitely not short.
I didn't think so. That's why I was asking.
I just like to feel that bar, honestly.
I got you.
I don't know what it is.
Real flat.
But I also run it's either 5 or 7 mil bar riser.
Gotcha.
Whatever you can do with the extra, because I think you can do a 5 and a 2.5 mil spacer, but I'm not 100% sure there.
Okay. I run the 672, which is basically the KTM bend, but that's just what I've been on because I had a Husky a couple years ago and then a KTM, and I really like that bar bend, so I've just been stuck on it.
Yeah, so that's what I liked on my Honda, and then I liked it on the Cowie, so we stuck with it. I think I was on something different, though, when I rode the Yamaha.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your season real quick, Henry. And before we even get into the results, I do want to talk about the MX6 team, Sons of Our Father. I did an interview with Christopher Panaccio, who I think is like the owner of the team. And I really like the background, like the family aspect of what they're trying to do. And what spoke to you about that team? Like what brought you there?
Yeah, there's a little different approach, I would say, than most teams. It's not just a team. We're trying to build something a little more, like you said, kind of like a family base. Everybody gets along. Everybody, we all kind of grow together as like a family. We're trying to better each other, not just the riders. I mean, we're talking the mechanics, just the team, staff, everyone. So it's just it's a little unique, but I like it. It's a little more relaxed. It's a little more calm, I would say, over there. And it's a very good atmosphere for sure. Especially with being, I guess we're a new team. Obviously that we did the outdoor stuff last year, but we definitely have a different presence and we switched over to the Cowie. We grew. We're out of a semi now. So it's a cool, it's something you just kind of got to be a part of to kind of understand how it works.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like Christopher is really making a push to go to the next step from what, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, was the first year for the team, but he brought Ollie Stone on, right? And then, I mean, guys like Derek Kelly and Marshall Welton. And then I know Alexander Federstoff, I think, is going to ride for that team once he's back racing. And like, there's some talent. Those are some talented privateer riders. And it really does seem like an effort to make a push.
Yeah. I mean, he brought Ollie on, and once that happened, Ollie's been around for quite some time. He knows the industry. He knows kind of what it takes. So they started making a really big push. The team grew, honestly, really quick from like the last outdoor or SMX last year until the start of Supercross this year. Like we grew so fast. It was kind of like, it was kind of mind-boggling, like that it could happen just like that. But yeah, we got some good riders, like you were saying, myself, Derek, Marshall, Alex. And then we have they help a few of amateur kids as well. SMX Next kids. There's a whole fleet of people that a lot of people don't realize that are getting some sort of support from Chris as well. He likes to really try to help the younger generation, and even the guys, obviously, like myself, Derek, Marshall, Alex, that haven't had a shot at a factory ride or something like that. He wants to try to bridge the gap between us guys and that factory level. So it's a pretty cool thing. We're all thankful for it, and yeah, we're enjoying it.
Yeah, hell, Derek Kelly, guys, if you remember in the mud before the red flag, he
got so screwed.
Yeah, he got so screwed. Second place, maybe, or he led for a minute.
He fell back to third, but he had like a 20-second lead.
Yeah, dude, poor Derek, man. How amazing would that be for our buddy Derek Kelly to get a podium, and for that team, what that would mean? I mean, who gives a shit if it's a mud? 10 years from now, doesn't matter. It's a podium.
Yeah,
dude.
It's kind of like the Linville thing last year.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even forgot about that one.
Yeah, Gage. Yep.
It sucks that you forget about things like that, but to Gage, like that's the top of his career right there.
Sure.
And unfortunately, it was a mud race, and nobody knew who was where and what was happening. So it's a little. I feel like it's easy to forget those kind of races.
Well, he got a good fill-in ride too.
Gage.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt. Yeah.
He's gonna be out. He's racing the outdoors, isn't he?
I think so.
Yep, that's awesome.
Henry, let's talk about your season. I think you're 8th in points, and you were 8th last year. So, but let's talk about improvements. I feel like you're riding really well this year. I talked to you in Nashville. Just talk about your season so far, what you feel like you need improvements on, what's gone well, what you're happy with.
So we started off it was a little bumpy there for me at the beginning. I had some crashes before the first round, some pretty good ones out at Fox. So that kind of brought me in maybe a little sore, a little banged up. So the start of the year was slow for me. But once we got the wheels turning, things kind of picked up for me. We made some improvements on the motorcycle. Obviously, new bike. I didn't get quite as much time on the Cowie as Marshall and Derek as I did the World Supercross thing. But we're learning. We're making steps in the right direction kind of each day, and we're still kind of tweaking on things, which is kind of crazy this late in the season. But it's been picking up. I've been riding really well. I've been doing some different things at the practice track and then off the bike as well that I haven't done in the past, just some odd ends things that, honestly, a lot of people would probably look at you and be like, what are you doing? Like this is wasting your time type of stuff. And, honestly, I think it's helped me a lot.
You don't want to tell us what those things are?
No.
Okay.
Derek knows. Derek's done some of them with me at the practice track. So,
okay.
Just some odd stuff. Nothing that like people do it, but it's not like you go to the practice track and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. It's like it kind of just throws off everything, honestly. So, I think it's helped me a lot. It's thrown like a wrench in the flow of things. And it's more or less like a, hey, figure it out and figure it out quick type of deal.
Yeah.
So I just think making things that are unfamiliar to me a little more familiar has helped me a lot here at the tail end of this season, Supercross season. But yeah, I mean, fitness as well. Amart and John over there at Troll Training obviously are always killing it. I think this is probably some of the best consistency I've been able to have off the motorcycle, like as far as a fitness level, as far as staying healthy. So that's been a big key too as well. This, at the end of the Supercross here, leading into outdoors. So we're picking away, as you said. I think P8 in points, not too far from 7th, I believe, which is Shimoda.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Give me a second. I'll see if I can. I think I have it in front of me, but sorry. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And then, so we got one race left. Maybe see if we can't bridge that gap and take over 7th. And that would be obviously the best overall season I've had, this is obviously, in my opinion, probably one of my better Supercross seasons. You know, with that slow start to the season, I've really picked up momentum about 3 races in, and it's starting to show. And it's yeah, we're learning. We're learning some new things. You can teach an old dog new tricks. It's hard to believe that I've been doing that. I'm considered a veteran in this class, or I guess maybe even the sport by now. I don't know what. I mean, I've heard it from both ends.
Well, yeah, you're what, 10th or 11th year?
16 was my first year.
Yeah, so okay, this would be basically your 11th year.
Yeah. So
damn, Henry,
it's wild. It's wild to believe, but it's also pretty awesome to believe that I've been able to do it this long. And without the amazing people behind me, obviously would never have made it this far. So, you know, got to give it up to everyone before MX6 plus MX6. I mean, I wasn't racing outdoors last year until Chris and them guys approached me and made that happen. So, which I believe led into this whole Supercross in this year, obviously. So, very thankful for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Henry, you know, going off of what you said with the consistency and the help from the team and the, you know, the experience and the years that you've done this to learn what you have, well, I don't think people realize, you know, after like the top 5, they look at it and they're like, okay, well, these guys are they're not as serious, or maybe they don't have the help or whatever. But just kind of to the people that don't realize or don't understand the level it takes for you to even be in the position to get a 5th or a 6th or 7th in this sport, and like the dedication that you have to have in order to even be at that level.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, I mean, if you looked at what the top guys and myself even do to be where we're at and to perform at the level we do, it's a full-time job. You wake up, you're thinking about what you're going to do to be better. You're working out, you're eating better, you're eating right, you're hydrating, you're riding, you're stretching, you're working out again possibly, or, you know, you're trying to take care of your body. Like, it's crazy to think that some people think that you're able to compete at even just to be in the main event type of guy, like at the back of the main event. Some people think, oh, well, you can just go and have a 9-to-5 job and just go ride, you know, maybe one day and then show up on the weekends. Like, it doesn't quite work like that, unfortunately, anymore. There's so many people and so many guys that I think are putting in a lot more work than there used to be. I think it used to run off a little bit more talent-wise than it did work ethic. So that kind of made everybody obviously have to work, even if you're at the back end of it. You have to ride more, or you have to work out that 1 or 2 more times a week just to maybe make that top 40 even. So it's kind of crazy to think that guys used to do this and used to go to work like during the week, and now it's like there ain't no way I could do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over here like trying to squeeze in mowing my yard earlier in between all this stuff kind of going on, and then do this at the end of the day, plus still got to make dinner, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot going on just with life.
Or the guys used to, like, they'd get there Friday night to whatever city they were in and drink 11 beers, and then, or go to whatever club they went to till 3 in the morning, and then just show up the next day and race. Like, yeah, it's not like that anymore. It can't be.
Yeah. The amount of stories that I've heard of dudes that they'd go party and then they would maybe make it back to the hotel before they go to the stadium or something. It's like, those dudes were gnarly. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I could even ride a dirt bike after doing all that till 3 in the morning, and then you think I'm going to ride at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would probably have a lot of inhibition, like lack of inhibition. You'd be like, I just got to send it.
Yeah. But to your point,
you're
though,
probably not wrong.
yeah. But to your point, though, like that's not really possible anymore.
No. I think the ability level has tightened up quite a bit. The difference between first and last is much closer now than it was back in the
Not even just skill, just stamina and everything.
Yeah, the whole package. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Not saying you can't do, like you can't do work or you can't go to work, for however long, but you have to still train or be able to ride. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Let me ask you this. This is a question I asked Benny Bloss a few months ago, and I asked somebody else too. I don't remember exactly who, but you're a professional athlete. You're at the top level of our sport, but the reality is you're probably not going to win a main event and probably not going to win a title. How do you, on a mental level, as a guy that you have to go out there and believe you can compete at the very least, but like, how do you find that balance of not just being like, oh, well, I can't win anyway, like you still have to go put everything you have into it. Is that tough?
No. I don't think it's really that tough.
Okay.
I mean, people go to work during the week and they work their absolute butt off to try to be the best in their business, we'll say, or something, but they're never going to be, they may never be the best. How do I explain this? Like, you may never be the best lawn care service in the world or in your town or something but you still work your ass off, right?
Sure.
So there's no difference than me wanting that and chasing that, but I can believe that I can do it still.
I love that. Yeah.
That's a very good answer.
It's a great answer.
Like, may it happen? I don't know. The gate drops for a reason, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude. Like we said, Derek Kelly was in line for a podium. Fuck, who knows, right? You just, you never know. Yeah.
You don't know. We go racing for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes. Cole Davies is gnarly. Hammer's gnarly. Like, those dudes they're freaking laying it all out there. But things happen. I mean, Webb, was it last year he won did Tomac get hurt and he won the championship, or was it him?
Yeah.
Or Sexton? It was Sexton.
Well, Coop won the title last year, yes.
That wasn't because Eli got hurt, though. He's talking
Eli
about
2 years ago then.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, did Sexton think at Denver he was going to win the championship? Probably not. But things happen.
Sure. Yeah. Because at that point, everybody thought Eli was going to win. You're talking about the year the Achilles win, right?
Yes. Yeah, that year. I don't remember what year that was, but yeah. So, like, it's just things like that. We go racing for a reason, No,
it's a great answer. I appreciate the honesty on that. Let me go back to something else that you were talking about a minute ago. You're talking about the team making improvements and, still making improvements this late in the season. How are the resources for a team like MX6? Like, if you're having something you need worked on, whether it's chassis, suspension, is it fairly easy for you to get what you need to try different things, or are you pretty limited?
So this kind of goes back to, obviously, so Ollie's been around. He knows so many people. So we're able to do a lot of things, but there seems to always kind of be like a time stamp on it, obviously, because we're not at the top of the list of whoever we're trying to get the parts from. They got to spread that out through these guys, and then we're down here finally. So it may take a little longer to get, but once we get it, or if we have it, like suspension wise, we run Showa. We pretty much have everything we need with Showa from, I believe, like early to mid-January. So we've had everything we needed to be able to try whatever we wanted to, setting-wise or something like that. So that's been really nice. We have Stape's suspension in-house, and then we have Dave Cruz, who helps the team side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously his knowledge level's, very high. He was with Pro Circuit last year and all the other teams and yada, yada, yada. So suspension wise, it's not a struggle. Motor wise now is a little bit more of a struggle because we're trying to accumulate parts from here and there.
Yeah.
And just shipping and time frames. And I mean, I feel like everybody kind of knows how this works nowadays. Is nothing's like instantly available anymore, unless it's sitting on a shelf at your local dealership.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's a good thing. Though. It sounds like you guys, for the most part, do have what you need, and yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we have. I would say about 85% of what we need, and the other things are coming. So unfortunately, by like halfway through outdoors, we should have everything we need. But it's not too late. We still got racing to do.
Got it. You got anything else?
No, Henry, I was noticed that through the last few years, your trend has been to do 250s indoors and 450s outdoors. With being on the Supercross 6 team, is that still the plan? Is that still going to be your trend? Or are you going to maybe do more 250s in the outdoors this year?
I will be running a 250 outdoors.
Okay.
Yep. No more 450. I haven't swung my leg over a 450 since the end of World Supercross, and trying to keep it that way right now.
Right. Okay. What are you looking forward to the outdoors being in the 250 class?
Honestly, haven't raced a 250 outdoor since 2016. So I'm pretty excited. Actually, I'm really excited. It's kind of like a new challenge, and being this late into my pro career, that's kind of, you don't really see that. I feel like, I don't know. It's going to be just a really big learning curve, I think. Obviously you don't have the amount of torque, the amount of horsepower. So on them deeper tracks, maybe just trying to learn how to navigate and not lose a bunch of time, or, kind of bury myself on the start. I don't think that's going to exactly work because I'm not the smallest guy out there anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it and ready to get this first round rolling here. In just under a month?
Yeah. Let's see. We got 2 weeks, the rest of this week, the following week, right? Then we're at Salt Lake City, then a weekend off. So basically 3.5 weeks.
Yep. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Last question for you, Henry, is World Supercross. You got 5th last year, and are we back for 26?
I do have a handful of offers on the table right now. We're kind of sorting through those. Obviously with Ollie, obviously I have an outdoor deal.
Yeah.
And the first World Supercross is on the off weekend in outdoors.
Yep.
So long as they allow me to, and we'd like one of the deals that I have, I would like to race World Supercross. If not, I will figure out how to do something off season wise. If it's maybe see if I can't swing on down to Australia, race a couple of those, or the series there, maybe do Paris. Just find something to do if not World Supercross. But yep, we have offers on the table. We're kind of combing through them and kind of seeing what works and what doesn't.
Awesome. Yeah. I hope to get to see you back at some of those and make some money, keeps you focused and keeps you sharp for the 27 Supercross season. So, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. Thank you for jumping on here. We need to go see Twisted Sister again though. We got to figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, I was right here in Marietta this year and didn't even get the invite.
Oh, you did, dude. I didn't get to go. I wasn't out there this year, so I didn't go either.
Yeah. So I was kind of bummed on that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, that sucks. It sounded like it was a good event this year, but I wasn't out there, so I missed it.
Yeah, but maybe one of these years we'll have to gather it up and do something again.
Well, let's make it happen in 27.
Let's do it.
All right, Henry, thanks, man. Good luck this weekend, and I'll see you in 2 weeks in Salt Lake City.
Sounds good. Y'all take it easy.
All right, you too, buddy. See ya.
Bye.
That's Henry Miller. He was brought to you tonight by Renthal.
That was the best answer to that question you've had so far.
Yeah, it was really good. It was good.
That's a good way to look at it.
For those that didn't know what that last comment about Twisted Sister was, he went with me and Cade Clayson and Feld to the very first Metal Hall of Fame that I went, that we went to, where Dee Snyder from Twisted Sister yelled at me for filming. I was filming and not paying attention to the concert.
Yeah,
I was busy
being a dickhead. Yeah.
messing with my phone and social media it up, and he yelled at me, told me to put my phone down and enjoy the show. I was like, yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
This is the House of Hair.
I remember that.
Just said House of Hair like 20 times.
That's Sirius XM, right?
No, it was well, maybe it was, but it would come on come on our local radio channel. It was. House
of Hair was like the radio show.
Yeah, it
thing.
came on like once a week, like Saturday nights.
What do you call that when it's
simulcasted?
Syndicated.
Syndicated was the word. Yeah, that's the word. Cool. What do you guys want to do now? I feel like we need to go back to grill your ass off, bring the heat, I guess.
We were done with the emails, right?
Yeah, we're done with that.
And if you're looking to grill a savory steak, bake a delicious chicken breast, make a perfect roasted potato, or fry bacon for breakfast, Grill Your Ass Off has a seasoning to elevate your experience. Jason Murph is a military veteran, motocross enthusiast, and has a line of seasoned sauce that simply cannot be beat. On top of being astounding, every product sold helps support a nonprofit or event. Visit grillyourassoff.com and use promotion code DarksideMX3 to save 20%. Oh, you just looked at me like I said it wrong. You will not be disappointed.
What? His voice almost sounds like he could either be like calling a Little League football game or announcing a stripper, like in somewhere in between.
It started off really good. He fumbled a little bit at the end, but that was a good read. That was a pretty good read.
Thank you, sir.
Just trying to be more complimentary. All right, grill your ass off, bring the heat. Does anybody have one?
Go ahead.
Should we change the bring your heat to the bring the compliments now, just to be just to be a thing?
No, it makes me really uncomfortable complimenting my friends.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell.
I don't like it.
You can't even do it unsatirically or unsarcastically.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I only compliment people I don't like.
I have one.
All right.
I hate and love Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
I am the a-hole.
Oh, I know you are.
Cuts people's price. Like if you ask for something, you want $1,000 for it, I'm offering you $500. I'm just going to start there. That's where we start.
Okay.
That's me.
I've had 3 of those tonight because I put that ice maker on.
It wasn't from me, but I probably would have offered you less.
Yep.
Now, that being said, I just sold like a tire loader, like a big $10,000 piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of got a little bit of payback.
Yeah.
Because I got a gazillion tire kickers, like people asking stupid questions, and yeah, I mean it sold, it was gone. I had it for a fair price. They got paid for it today, but I'm part of the problem, but I also hate the problem.
But to be fair though, offering, like say something's for $1,000 and you offer $500, like at least that's like somewhat in the realm. Like,
no,
I mean,
it's not. That's half the price.
Yeah, but still,
just starting place.
But still, I've seen people where like the item for sale will be like $2,000 and they offer like $250.
Well, that's dumb too.
Yeah, and it's like that's just a waste of time. At least like, I mean, yours is you're still being a dick, but you're close to reality.
I have like a system, and if I see something that I'm interested in, but I'm not super, but I'm like, if I can get that for a steal, I would buy it.
Yeah.
I'll come in at like half or somewhere. You know what I mean? Like
if they happen to say yes.
Or if they're like, how about we meet in the middle? Then I'm usually like, that's pretty interesting.
It's a lot of factors too, like how rare is it? How good of shape is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if I'm really, really interested, like I'll start off asking like a bunch of very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like pointed questions, so they know I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just somebody, but also I use Kathy's Facebook, so almost everybody thinks it's a girl that they're talking to.
Oh, so they think that they're gonna.
Well, no, it's not even that, because they just think it's a girl who knows it. Because I'm buying cars or motorcycles or something like that, and they think it's a girl asking about, and it makes them more interested. Yeah. And then I show up. Hey, guys.
Just real quick, for those watching on YouTube, we do have last week's MX Simulator Pro Supercross on the screen. Start Your Systems YouTube channel. The current race will be starting. Well, it actually just probably started 3 minutes ago, but don't switch over just yet.
Go ahead.
I was gonna I got an ice maker that came in 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would have enough ice. It says it holds 33 pounds, which I thought would be enough for my cold plunge. I don't think it's actually holding 33 pounds. So I was like, it's just not going to work. I put it on Marketplace. It's literally 2 days old. I paid $270. I put it up for $220. So $50 off. It's brand new. Still got the wrapper on it. And people are like, "Whoa, we take $200?" No, dude, it's brand new, man.
Where'd you buy it?
Where? Amazon.
Why'd you just return it?
Because I threw the box away. It's this huge box, and yeah, it's just it worked. I saw it was working, so I was like, yeah, it's fine, and I threw it away.
Give you $100?
No. Anyway, what's your brain eat?
Dude, so okay, it's
110.
It's not that this really makes me mad or anything. It's just it just blows my mind. Like, I don't know if this happens in other parts of the country. I'm sure it does. It seems like it's a small town southern thing that this happens a lot. But like, dude, people get so caught up in like a storm coming in and stuff. Okay. Like, make a freak out and make a big deal. The Weather Channel gets all blown up, and there's going to be this big storm and all this stuff. And then like not even really a big storm happens. Like, I understand that it can or it hits certain spots and it doesn't. But it's like people stop coming in, or like the whole pattern of business that I have at the restaurant changes based off of like what could happen with the weather.
Yeah, people don't want to die in a tornado.
Yeah, but it's not. It didn't even happen. Like, it didn't even barely got rain.
I generally don't worry about that stuff either.
Yeah, it's just crazy how caught up people get.
That's what it did at my house. That's the hail that came down at my house
today.
Yeah, on my way here.
But then I guess I don't know. It's just crazy to me how
maybe because it doesn't affect you think it's less important because you're just
whoa
self-centered.
Yeah, he's just worried about selling
worried about himself.
Blizzards and giving out fake cones.
Okay,
yeah.
Just gonna go back to that, huh?
Yep.
Even though it was a nice gesture.
My grill your ass off, bring the heat is how credit and the credit system works.
Is he gonna get to the point anytime soon?
What do you mean? Go ahead. I'm very interested in this.
So I wanted to take a loan out.
Yep.
Right? I just paid off a loan.
Okay.
For my shop. My credit should be pretty good. I had one somewhat negative mark on my credit. I called that company, took care of it.
Yeah.
Then I went to my bank, said, "Hey, it's taken care of." And like they keep saying, "Oh no, it shows that it was paid off, but it shows that it was paid off late, so it's still a negative mark." And sometimes even if you pay something off, if you were late paying it, it's still bad. Mm-hmm. And like it's almost impossible to get good credit.
I have good credit.
If you have any negative credit, it's really hard to fix it, and they don't really work with you. And then sometimes if you have too good a credit, it's not good because if you don't, if you haven't bought anything, it's just
this
back 30 years ago or so, where you could go to the bank and your banker's like, "Oh, you've been banking here for 20 years,
it doesn't matter.
That's
now.
how it is at my bank.
It's all it's all bullshit.
It's hard to find banks like that now.
It's funny that you said that because I walked into our bank today and deposited like that $8,500 check just because I wanted it, just put it in, but not to the drive-through. And when I went to leave there, the lady in the bank's like, "See you later, TJ," and the other guy's like, and we just banked there forever.
Well, that's how my bank. They know my name and everything. But now they have a department that's not at the local bank that does all that.
What bank you with?
The Vera Bank in White Oak, just because it's the White Oak Bank.
It should go more off. I'm with you. It should go off more off like your payment histories and stuff. Because
I'm telling them, like, I literally just paid off a $12,000 loan that I was never late on. Now I just need $4,000, and they're like, "Well, it shows this," and then I pull my credit report and it's not there, and they keep saying, "Well,
there's 3 credit reports."
Yeah, I know. I pulled all of them.
Oh, did you?
They were using Equifax.
But
then I called Equifax, and they're like, "No, it's been paid off. It shows it's a zero balance. It's good."
Yeah.
So then my coworker said, "Well, try a credit union." So I go to the credit union, and they're like, "Yeah, you got $700. You're good. We'll give you the loan."
Yeah.
It's just. It took like a week to get all this done because it's just a pain in the butt instead of like, look at what I've done lately. Look at the business I've done with you for 10 years.
Yeah.
Just give me the damn loan.
Like, it's crazy. Like, so I had a roommate situation in college where like I was current with all of like my rent to this apartment complex.
Oh, yeah.
But they weren't, but we were all under the lease. So it affected my credit. And so I've had bad credit for years because of that. And like, maybe like another, like there was like a cable bill, like in a county that I didn't even live in or something like that, didn't get paid or something like that.
Right.
It's like random stuff like that. But like if they went off a different system where they looked at your payments and stuff, like, dude, in the past 7, 8, 9 years, I haven't missed a single electric bill or car payment.
Yep,
I've never missed rent or anything, but I can't get a loan for shit because my credit's terrible.
It's the best gift ever.
What?
Bad credit.
Bad credit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you can't get in debt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
I'm serious.
Scotty, when you think of a Cherubies USA and the products and the quality, like what comes to your mind? What's the first thing you think of when you think of a Cherubies?
That you don't have to drill out holes.
Okay. With their plastic fits almost every time it's made right. Yeah. Honestly, like they are the leader in plastic at Cherubies USA. So if you're looking for a plastic kit or skid plates or handguards or
oversized tanks
or fork lug protectors, even sometimes on some old retro bikes, a Cherubies USA more often than not can take care of you. And if you get something from them, it's going to fit. It's not going to be a headache. Yes, you could probably, maybe you can find a better deal on a lesser known brand of plastic. It's probably not going to fit right.
Not really.
It might be thin. It might be flopping around. I don't know. But Cherubies USA has you covered, protects your bike, and has just about everything you need in that world. So visit Cherubies USA, get a set of you get a full plastic kit, make your bike look brand new. And yeah.
Y'all remember Mayer plastics?
No.
That you had to literally drill the holes out. Like you're
none of them were drilled.
I remember having
a lot of them weren't.
I had I think it was UFO that I bought a plastic kit. And and like it was a pain in the ass.
So like back in the day, like you would get vintage plastic from Mayer, but they didn't have like the little the little grommet where the thing pops in.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you'd have a bolt going through with a expandable nut that you'd have to put through there and tighten it, and then the nut would expand inside the thing.
Oh,
like it was like a drywall thing,
like
a metal thing.
Yeah. Wow.
I just forgot all about those. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Cherubies USA, one of our sponsors. Just if you guys need new plastic kits or like I said, hand guards. I love the hand guards. I got them on my bike. Hit them up. Fully will take care of you. Brian Fullerton. Let's do the T-Bolt USA top 5. How about that?
Yep, and that's sometimes when you just want to cut loose with your buddies and shred your Yamaha TTR 110 or CRF 110 or CRF 50. Maybe you have a KLX 110 or 140 or even a vintage Honda Z50 or CT70. Regardless of what bike you may have, T-Bolt USA Warehouse has you covered on pit bike parts and accessories. You can find BBR and Pro Taper handlebar kits, D&M shocks, and even full bikes from YCF Pistor Pro, Piranha. T-Bolt USA is fully stocked to meet your needs. Visit tboltusa.com. Order your parts. Go bang some bars with your buddies.
That's another company that you guys, I bet a lot of you have old pit bikes, just bikes you ride around at the races, literally in the pits, or maybe you have a pit bike that you used to race, one of those Chinese knockoffs. Vince Pale and his family at T-Bolt USA probably can get that thing running again. If it's not running, they can get it cleaned up, freshened up. I probably got same thing, some busted old ass plastic. Go to Cherubies USA, get it cleaned up, and then any parts, chains, sprockets you need, T-Bolt USA has got you covered.
I need to get with them. I have a 05 KLX 110 that's just sitting there that just needs a couple of things.
Can we focus on your race bike first?
Yes.
So that maybe you could ride with your friends.
Yeah.
And then your friend. Then when you're riding with your friends, you might see me and TJ at the track.
He doesn't go. You don't ride with him. You go other places.
He didn't get the joke.
Yeah.
You're going to ride with your friends, and you might see us.
Oh,
meaning like we're not your friends.
Yeah, cool. Good one.
That joke did not, what they call it failed. It
didn't land.
It did not land.
No.
All right, T-Bolt USA top 5.
This is a bad joke.
Yeah, this has been a off show. No,
I thought it's been good.
It's been a good show.
Yeah. You always question.
I know. What are our YouTube listeners? I want a grading.
You don't want to hear from them.
Nope, I do.
No,
I want a grading, a letter grade.
But they
I want a letter grade on tonight's show.
They have they're like
I don't care.
It's like their own little world. Fine. Like they have their own little thing going on here.
Well, let's hear from them.
All right, yeah. 1 out of 10. What's this show been for you?
Nope. I just said a letter grade.
Oh, letter grade. My bad.
Jeez.
Does not pay attention.
All right, this is a TJ one. Guilty pleasure. So TJ, you go first.
I get to go first.
Yep.
Okay.
It's your topic.
The number 5 is going to sound dumb to people, but I have this.
All mine are dumb.
I have this thing called I make called Horrible Toast, and it's basically cinnamon toast with peanut butter and Hershey chocolate drizzled on it.
Sounds good.
And a handful of semi-sweets on it, and
like
chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips.
Okay, why is it?
No, I'm just saying, like it's
horrible
like,
for you.
That's one of my, like, what do you call it, guilty pleasures. Like, I shouldn't eat this. This is like everything bad for you all together.
Honestly, it sounds better than anything you've ever talked about eating that you've said before. So,
my wife, I was talking to her about it, and she said what I need to put on there, and I did. And number 4 would be Instagram, because I actually am very anti-social media and try not to spend time on it. And she's like, "But you do.
You get sucked into it." Yeah,
I get you do,
I do too.
It's so bad for your brain and all that kind of stuff.
I'll literally watch a video that talks about how this is giving you brain rot. I'm like, I'll just scroll.
And scroll to the next one.
yeah.
And then my number 3 is nothing I can't do it anymore, but it may have been one of my favorites. But since I can't do it anymore, it got bumped to number 3. Was I used to love every week watching Biggest Loser and eating cookies and milk. That was like a ritual at my house.
Like rubbing it in?
No, that's just what I did. I ate cookies and milk and watched Biggest Loser. The kids remembered it. Like, it was like a thing Dad did. And then a couple years back, number 2, my wife, after many of 30 years of marriage, you want to do stuff with her that she enjoys. And she took me to get a pedicure. Bro, I love that. That little Chinese dude rubbed my legs.
You did? Oh, you had a dude?
Yeah, I don't like. I think it was. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You think it was?
The first time I went, I think it was.
Were you in Thailand?
No, the first time I went, I think it was a guy. But after that, I've gone back, and it's been ladies and girls. And they clip your toes.
Not a
now,
chance.
the only thing I don't like is the cheese grater on my feet. That's a little much. But bro, pedicures feel so good. They feel so good.
It would take more than $1,000 for you to get me to go do that.
Why?
Because nobody's touching my feet.
Dude, we have
Hell
to find a bet.
No, I would never agree to it.
Okay.
Never.
We'll figure it out.
Disgusting.
Dude, it's so
and
funny.
They should stay in socks.
It's funny seeing like you get like how you get uncomfortable with certain just random
Feet
the most
are
random thing.
So disgusting.
And my number 1 is, like, right now, guilty pleasure is the show Love on a Spectrum.
You texted that or whatever.
I see clips of it on my
It's
Instagram.
so good.
It's
You'll
pretty
have
good.
to watch every season.
I watched
so good.
About 10 minutes of it with Amber and her daughters because they liked it, and I was like, I gotta go.
So good.
I don't
You get
care.
to know the characters, and man, it's so good. So
Okay.
good.
You got your list?
No, man. No, you can't do it. It's impossible. He doesn't like it, TJ, so it's impossible. You can't do it.
I'm just saying, no, I don't want to watch it. Not that it's cool that you like it. They like it. Amber likes it. That's not my thing.
Yeah, fair.
Why is he trying to be so mean to me?
What was it that we were talking about the other day on the text message that he did that? We were like, cool, man. Like, this let TJ, it was about Love on the Spectrum. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, let him enjoy his show.
I didn't say he can. I just said I don't want to watch it.
Preston Rose commented, TJ is so different than most. I'm not.
You're right, Preston. And the weird thing, or the amazing thing, is how he still thinks he's the one that's right and everybody else is wrong.
Just because I have a different opinion than y'all doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It means that y'all are wrong.
I guess wrong is the wrong word, but you think you're normal where everybody else or something. I don't know.
I think I should be normal. Like, this is what normal should be. No, I think this is what normal should be.
That's fair.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Scotty.
All right. My top 5 guilty pleasures are 5 is basically anything like fried foods, like just like French fries or.
I was thinking of like the fried cookies or whatever, like fried Oreos and stuff.
No,
That's
just
what I was thinking.
like if I'm like had a rough day or maybe like hungover or something like that, dude, I just want something like deep fried or mashed potatoes. Like that's in that same category. Number 4 is I guess it may sound kind of weird, but like I drink a glass of milk before I go to bed. Like,
that's weird.
Yeah, that's like my.
Is it warm?
No, I don't do warm milk. No, I'm not that weird.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. like
Oh,
I
Luke,
feel
that's
like
a warm
when I think
milk?
of that,
Yeah.
I think of like the olden days.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Like
drink
Little House
warm
on the
milk.
Prairie or
yeah,
something.
no. No, it's got to be the colder the better. I'm not putting ice in it. I'm not a serial killer or anything, but
Ice goes in milk.
No,
Dude,
that's weird.
I can't drink
I don't
milk
want
without
the
ice.
but
Like
I
ice in it?
In it,
Oh, see, that's way weirder than me drinking it before I go to bed.
dude. I like my.
actually agree with him on that one.
That's like
I don't
ice
think
and
How
milk
are we
is.
friends?
I don't drink milk before I go to bed, but I don't really think it's weird.
No, I'm saying just when I drink milk, I enjoy it more with ice in
See,
it.
that's
not
insane to me.
normal.
That's insane to me.
I'm not saying nobody does it, but it is definitely not the
no,
norm.
I'll put a glass in the freezer for 10, 15 minutes so the glass gets kind of frozen, and then pour the milk on that. That's good, but I'm not putting ice in the milk.
Ice and
Absolutely
milk is
not.
so good.
Absolutely
Go
not.
ahead, next.
And
What
then
else
next
are you wrong about?
is for me is smoking. Like,
Do you feel guilty about
So
it?
first of all, by definition, look it up.
I mean,
feel
yeah, a
like
little bit sometimes.
I feel like a guilty pleasure should be almost something
That you don't want people to know about.
Kind of,
That's
yeah.
How, that's how my
Okay.
list was.
Okay, so like I would agree with smoking because like it.
Yeah, I mean, I hide it a little bit. Yeah.
'cause- yeah. So I agree with that one. So like a couple of mine, I don't know that are actually guilty pleasures, but anyway, go ahead.
I just think of like things that like aren't necessarily like good for you, like you're not supposed to do.
Okay, fair.
But you just enjoy doing them anyways.
Fair, sure.
And then another one would be like, and I try to not do it, but like, not necessarily somewhere between talking crap and like gossiping. Like sometimes like I'll be at work and it's like, you know something about somebody else and like you should just like mind your own business.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I kind of stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I just kind of like, yeah, well, you know what so-and-so said kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
So
That's good.
that's one. And then my last one is I got to agree with TJ on the doom scrolling on the phone.
Yeah, I know it's bad for me.
Yeah,
So it says
gotta be bad.
Guilty pleasure is something, an activity, media, or food that a person enjoys yet feels minor shame or embarrassment about because it's generally considered lowbrow, unhealthy, or uncommon. It's a secret enjoyment, often due to social experience or fear of judgment.
So like going out and having like a drink wouldn't really be a guilty pleasure
'cause
because
you're
like
going
that's
out.
pretty common.
Unless you feel guilty about it, I think, or feel bad about it.
Like you don't want people to know. You may
Yeah.
have somebody you know about, like your side
Yeah.
hoe, but you don't.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
So honestly, then my list, I don't have 5. I don't
Go
know
ahead.
that
What's your list?
like I really don't know that I have
You
one. Really,
you like eat your boogers or something?
no, like I wrote like I don't mind that you guys know I eat my boogers. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I put like sweet teas, like because it's bad for me, and I try to be more.
But
you
you
But
would drink.
Uh,
That's not a guilty.
to, honest,
not really.
To be honest with you,
Do you
I
feel
guess
shame about it? Do you feel like you're like?
when I drink a lot of it, yes.
I do that way with sodas.
So like none of mine really fit. Like I had the white fudge Oreos are my guilty pleasure. Like I
But you
hide them
hoard
away.
them.
I misunderstood the concept of guilty pleasure. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the only one that
I think
really
yours were fine.
I think the only one that really fits would be like the drinking the milk before you go to
Yeah.
bed because that's kind of I feel like it's kind of weird, but I do it anyway.
Like to
Yeah.
me, if I sit like a guilty pleasure would be like if I actually
Biting your
liked,
fingernails or
like George Strait music. You know, I hate
That would be a guilty
but I
pleasure.
I can't think of anything that I have that would legitimately be.
There's
a
nothing
guilty,
that you would do by yourself that you don't want to tell.
Not that I can say on the
that
radio.
you can say on the radio, but you don't talk about like that. Like something like music you would listen to, like you're driving along and Taylor Swift comes on and you're like, I'm in the car by
okay,
myself.
So I've said before, like I like Justin Timberlake.
Another one.
I like Justin Timberlake a little bit. That's a little bit embarrassing.
Okay.
That is very embarrassing.
But I've said that before.
I've never heard that.
That's
Yeah.
a good guilty
That's a
pleasure.
good guilty
That first
pleasure.
album, the Cry Me a River or whatever, that album is freaking good.
Cry me a river, dude.
Justin as a performer in general, like the dude's good looking, he could dance, he's funny, he
That's
could
another
sing.
guilty pleasure. You think Justin Timberlake's good looking?
All right, there you go. So that's 2. That's all I can think of, and the booger thing, I guess. Yeah, like really though, nothing really stands out. I mean, I probably have some that I'm not thinking of, but everything I wrote down wouldn't technically be like I a steak every night, but that's not even legit.
I thought of another one.
Okay.
I really enjoy, like, especially if I'm just by myself, just letting a good fart rip.
But who doesn't?
Just like
Okay.
trying to make it as loud as I can.
Sometimes when you do that, you go, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. Your own brand, yeah.
Like,
Like,
it's bad,
yeah.
but it's good bad.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Like,
woo.
Man, if
Yeah.
I hope nobody's around because that was like a 10 on a 10.
Sometimes I'll be like out in my front yard or something, and then like let one rip, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
we're like, oh shit, was there anybody around? Like, oops.
All right.
I like to pee in public.
I like to pee outside when it's cold.
Whoa,
weird.
That's weird. I do it. I pee at night sometimes.
No, just the
Like
temperature
outside.
being weird.
Yeah, like I specifically when I used
Being
to work
cold's
at
weird.
Public Works
Yeah.
at where I used to work, the old city.
Is it the
Yeah.
steam?
I don't know. It's just the cold. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
there was this.
You don't get shrivelage?
I mean, yeah, but it's still
Oh, okay. You're still okay.
Still-
okay.
it's still above average.
Well, average is actually really small. Well, let's do a podcast this week. It's like 5.2 inches is average. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're doing all right.
Doing all right, even with my
Yeah.
fat gut.
Hit us up, guys. MotoXpodshow@gmail.com or use the contact on MotoXpod.com.
That went off the rails. quick.
I'd
It
love
usually
to.
does.
We want to hear your guilty pleasures, and
That's
even
right.
if they don't totally fit into the definition, throw them out there. Let's get them. We'll read them next week on the show. Let's do the ETS Racing Fuels pick one. We'll do the FXR picks for Denver, and we'll get this thing wrapped up.
If one of your guilty pleasures is racing dirt bikes, then you should use ETS Racing Fuels.
You shouldn't
'Cause-
feel guilty though about
No.
using ETS.
No, not at all. You should use them because they were forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago. They're developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams and highly competitive series. We have been the power behind many podium wins ever since. Teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national and world championship titles, and we continue to forge new alliances and partnerships across motorsport. Visit etsracingfuels.com to get yours, and factory teams of all kinds of sorts use them, and you should too.
Yeah, they most likely are going to win a 450 title this year. Oh wait, no, I was thinking the HEP team uses them. They don't.
No, well, I mean, if
So
so,
they got a 50-50 shot then,
yeah.
because factory Honda does use it. Yeah, I was thinking PMG used it. They do not. My bad. All right, ETS pick one. I actually didn't even think about one until right before the show. So
I actually like it when you surprise us.
Well, this one's not very good. Okay, Supercross is coming to an end. 2 rounds left, and then outdoor starts.
Okay.
If you could have it your way, this coming weekend, will we
Okay.
go Supercross racing or outdoors? Skip the last 2 rounds if you want to go straight to outdoors. Like where?
But that's not fair because we've already had a lot of Supercross and we haven't had.
I'm just-
Exactly. That's
at
kind of
this
the
point in the season, just like I would rather go Supercross racing.
Me too.
So it is fair.
There's too many variables.
I like
Okay.
super,
All right.
I
Well,
like,
then that's
because-
our answers.
because-
I like
the-
Supercross all year. Like or as far as like the outdoors are awesome and fun, but I'm still
I
more of
prefer
a fan.
Supercross.
of
Because
I think, overall.
the championship's tight and so we got a very close championship. I would say that I would want more Supercross right now.
Okay.
But sometimes when the championship gets like out of touch, like for the 250 class, I'm ready for outdoors.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing really happening in Supercross anymore.
I got one I just thought of. You guys listen to LVK?
Yeah, usually.
I have it this week.
But you usually do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the end of the show where it's like random banter, as
yeah,
Kellen sometimes call it, or do you
absolutely,
like the
yeah.
topics?
No,
I
I like both of those. Like
I feel like that show, like in the beginning, I listened, I didn't love it. It's gotten to more where I actually look forward to it. Like I
Yes.
was looking for it Monday morning on accident. I was like, oh man, oh crap, it's Monday, it's not out yet.
yeah.
You know, but I enjoy the more free flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need to hear about the race, and they don't
Yeah.
do a lot of that. But
well, I like what they do.
it doesn't have to be moto.
well,
Like okay,
They touch the beginning of the races
Yeah.
because it's a pulp oriented show.
Mhm.
They kind of basically get Kellen and Lou's point of view real quick, and then they go into the show. I like that.
Yeah.
When they were doing it where it was like a lot of the show stuff, it was just like I listened to the review pod. That's really only one I listen to.
Remember when it first started? Like they did 7-minute
Yep.
segments. I didn't care. I was like,
No.
yeah, just because sometimes
Because,
I
and
want to go
it
longer,
never worked.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I want to go shorter,
But-
but I do like more of just the random topics. Like even our show. Our show's not that much moto really,
I like that.
and that's I kind of like when they talk about other
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I do think, and I told Lou this, we got to bring back Am I a Dick? That should be
Yeah, that was a good
at
one.
least a once a month segment.
That one was
Absolutely.
funny.
Yep.
It is funny. It does seem like that show like they always fight their original concept of what they were. Like
Yeah.
it's like people get they hear the comments and people like get upset with like stuff, and I'm like how many times like the show is Lewis versus Kellen. Like they are supposed to banter and argue this entire time. That is the show. Like you're getting mad at Lewis for like having an opinion that's different than Kellen's and like getting upset. Like no, that's the whole show. If
Yeah.
you don't like that format, then this show ain't for you.
I agree. I like when they kind of bicker and butt.
Yeah, I
heads.
think that's great.
That's the concept.
One of our off weeks,
Okay.
we should do a review of all the podcasts. Because people are naming other podcasts, like Track Talkers, and we should
have to listen to them all.
like we should listen to like at least one episode and get kind of a feel for it, and then be like, and just talk about each one and what we think about it, and that'd be kind of cool.
I haven't listened to Track Talkers yet. I love Adam and Tyler, but I don't have time for another podcast. But
Baja brought it up. I mean, off season stuff.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we could possibly do something like that.
Yep.
I guess. Why not? All right, FXR picks for Denver, and we're gonna get out of here. FXR is designed by racers for racers. With industry-leading fit, finish, performance, progression is the name of the game. With every new piece created at FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best products possible. Used by Malcolm Stewart, Garrett Marchbanks, Mike Brown, Chris Kiefer, myself, and many more. FXR has core motor roots supporting tons of privateers. So visit fxrracing.com and order yours today. All right, you ready for this? Well, let's see. Let's look at last week. Nobody got it, obviously.
If Cooper had passed Kenny, I would have gotten it.
You didn't get it.
If Cooper would have passed,
you didn't get it.
And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
Take your win from the week before. You didn't get it.
At one point, I was very close to getting it.
Nope. Okay. If Hunter Lawrence hadn't crashed, I would have probably won.
Yeah, fair. That's fair to say. You probably would have.
If I don't know. I got nothing else. All right, I'm
going to go
Prado.
with
Prado in third.
Prado
in second.
Oh, second. Wow.
Yeah, I think Kenny will be third, and I think Hunter will win.
Wait, is this supposed to rain again?
Yes.
It's
supposed to snow Friday.
Snow?
And then be decent.
Yeah.
As of right now, according to Lewis on LVK, snow Friday, but not like crazy snow, and then be pretty decent
So
Saturday.
probably no press day.
Probably not. Who's your second place?
Prado.
Oh, you were serious about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go Hunter
I have
to win.
to pick him every week.
Hunter to win, Kenny second, Coop third, Scotty.
That's what I was going to pick.
And? Maybe you be quicker. Quit. Yeah.
You can have the same picks as me. It's like, doesn't matter.
No, fuck that. I have Roxon. And then we'll do Hunter. And then we're going to put Malcolm Stewart in third.
Okay. Cool.
And Moto Man said that Prado's not going to finish top 5 outdoors. And Moto Man, I don't care what he does outdoors right now. I just need him to get a podium in one of these next 2 rounds.
Did we get any grades?
Yeah, we did.
No, I didn't really see.
No, I didn't pay attention.
But we were talking.
Bro, damn.
Cool, man. All right. Well, I'm glad I asked for the grades.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Tick tock.
Go ahead and read. Go ahead and do your ending read.
I want to thank all of our guests.
No, nobody really did.
We got a P for Pang.
Kyle Chisholm, Austin Kent, Henry Miller. I want to thank Race Tech and Yamaha Motor USA for being the presenting sponsors. Oh, if you guys are in this area, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the Blue Crew Invitational at Oak Hill. So if you have a Yamaha and you want to sign up and go race the Invitational, you can do that at Yamaha Motor USA. Get signed up. It's a lot of fun. I am probably not going to make it this year because I need to work, but I might try to drive out there Saturday for a little bit. But yeah, Blue Crew Invitational. Okay, I want to thank Race Tech, Yamaha Motor USA, Guts Racing, X Brand, FXR, ETS, T-Bolt USA.
I got to stop you.
Can I not read
No,
the
you
reads?
can't. I've been asked about 1 million times something about a Kiefer getting injured. Little Keef.
Injured?
Yeah?
Nope.
Okay. I've had like 1 million questions I was supposed to ask, and I kept forgetting.
So apparently, I guess something came out where everybody thinks that he's hurt.
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
Have they not said why they think he's hurt?
Nope.
But
They
okay,
know
we don't know.
keyboard
if he
warriors.
is, we don't know.
Maybe it's because he didn't race SMX Next.
Oh, is that why? Yeah, I was wondering that too. I wasn't either.
Do you not remember Chris being here and saying big news coming?
Yeah, well, he didn't actually say the news.
No, but there's big news coming.
So that's why he wasn't there?
Yep.
That was the big news? Oh,
Well,
because
I
of the
can't
news.
say why.
Oh.
But expect breaking news within the next week.
Cool.
So, yep. Okay. I'm going to do my reads again. My list of reads. Race Tech, Yamaha Motor USA, Guts Racing, X Brand, FXR, ETS Racing Fuels, T-Bolt USA, Grill Your Ass Off, Acherbys, Renthal, and
one
the
thing.
working man, Bruntworkwear.com. Use that code DarksideMX3 to save. You guys suck. Do you have anything else before we go? Too bad. We're out. We'll be back next week.